All right, we are officially live, so I guess we'll wait a minute for some people to start coming in here. Ugh, gotta mute that. All right. Is that generally what you do? You just kind of like wait for people to start coming in?
Sometimes, yeah. Just depends.
Well, I have no idea who's going to come on here.
Well,
my channel is not as big as yours.
Throw up a little like, throw up a little share. Get down tonight. Get down.
That's what I originally wanted to do on your channel, but you know all that BS that happens.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Let me see here. I don't know. Okay, well, that's not that.
Well, apparently it's just me and you, I guess. Because Mark
I don't
said,
think we count.
What?
Oh, I thought you meant on the people viewing.
No, Mark just said that he's going to bed or something.
Oh.
Well, that's fine. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know if that counts for me and you or what.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Did you actually share like how to get to my channel?
Well, you know, I put up, you know, YouTube, Tommy and Monk's Tombstones.
Yeah, because I changed the name on there, so now it's actually that. Well.
Oh man, but I'll tell you what, it's been a huge, humongous pain in the ass.
Yeah, I know. I've heard it all.
All that swapping shit around and trying to figure out what's going on. And which, you know, it really kind of threw me off because, you know, I started setting up the Midwest Parahistoric Society channel, and it was letting me upload videos, but it wouldn't let me live stream, and I couldn't figure out why. And it wouldn't let me transfer. See, normally you can go into your settings, your advanced settings, and you can actually merge one channel into another channel. And it wouldn't let me do it. And I had Chris and Dakota from Bald and Bonkers. Dakota is really good with computers. He couldn't figure it out. He kept trying the same methods that worked with Chris's, wouldn't work with mine. I was laying in bed last night and I was thinking, I wonder. I couldn't sleep, so I got up this morning, came in here, and I started watching videos and reading on it. And any YouTube channel that's hooked to the same email as the one that's going to get taken down could get taken down too. It just depends on what the computer does. And so I said, okay, well, I'm not going to lose all these videos. So all morning long, all I was doing was downloading my videos back on the computer again. And it's like, okay, what am I going to do? So I wound up with like 65 or 67 videos, but the two playlists have all of the videos on it. So like 900 some odd videos. And it's like, you know, why don't I just activate a brand new email and actually make a brand new Living Histories Mysteries channel. So that's what I spent the whole day doing, was setting up the new channel. Then I made that goofy video today and stuck on the Midwest Parahistoric channel. And I figured, okay, I got 75, almost 80 people in there now. And I posted stuff on the old Living History, or the old Living Histories and Mysteries channel, and let everybody know what was going on. So
How long did it take
who
to
shows
upload?
up tomorrow?
How long did it take to upload the playlist?
The playlist only takes a matter of seconds to do. You can transfer playlist in no time. But it transfers it as a whole. It don't transfer each individual video. And
Okay.
but each individual video takes anywhere between 3 minutes and 15 minutes. Just depends on how long it takes to scan them and analyze them. And you can only do like 10 or 12 videos a day, which really sucks. So
yeah.
for the next week, that's what I'm going to be doing, is uploading 10 or 12 videos a day, plus trying to put a new video up, plus trying to do a live stream, because I think I've got a live stream set up for tomorrow night. It looks like it's going to work.
On the new channel or the old one?
On the new channel.
Okay. Well, so Mark, I guess Mark's not coming on then, or
I don't. I haven't heard.
No idea. Well, I guess we can. Let's see here. We got here.
Proceed to start proceeding.
Proceed to start proceeding. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess for who's watching this right now or who's going to join us, explain all this bullshit that's happened with your channel, and I guess explain who you are if no one knows who you are at this point. But
well, obviously, I'm famous because I've managed some big time haters, which was the whole reason behind that little snippet at the beginning of the video I put up today. You know, that player's going to play, and the hater's going to hate. Oh, it's okay, Mark. I understand. I was telling him, I know what your life was like working nights before the kids. So, you know, trying to get as much sleep as you can, getting up, grab a bite to eat, trying to lay back down for just a little bit, getting up, taking off for work. Now it's sleep for when you can, get up, eat, help get them ready for bed, get them bed down, and hope you got enough time to lay back down and catch a couple hours or something before you go back into work again. But you need all the sleep you can get. I don't want to go through another heart problem incident and be stressed out again because I think my buddy's going to die and stuff like that. And yeah, so I would say, given the options between coming on here and chatting for an hour or however long Tommy keeps us, first time get to sleep right now. Oh my God. And why are you on here talking?
Yeah, I thought you should be
I've
asleep.
camped with you before. I know you don't talk in your sleep. So why are you talking and not sleeping?
Oh, by the way, Mark, this is a winning team, unlike yours, by the way. Just had to point that out. It's been a great year so far, though. And that was a really good Penn State game. Oh, look at that. Yeah, there you go. Go fucking blue. Well, where do we go from here?
Well, basically, what was going on with my channel? Let me try to pick up my. Yeah, it's only on 480 again. We need to bring this thing up to 720. I can see what the hell's going on here. Oh, that's no better. Just wanted to make sure Tommy had enough beer before going.
What did he say? I'm not reading.
Just wanted to make sure Tommy had enough beer before going to bed. Hey, Ian. Good to see you, bud.
I always have it.
So basically, what happened with my channel was we pissed people off. They accused me of taking copywritten material, which every video that I upload, unless the channel has not been active in 2 or 3 years, is Creative Commons material. And this last copyright strike was on one of the Memento Mori videos I done, photographing the dead. And basically they wanted to copyright strike me for 4 minutes of a 31-minute video. And they wanted to copyright strike me for public photos that are all over the internet, photos that are all over Google, that were taken 145 years ago, of basically, you know, kids and stuff that have been dressed up or put on braces to stand them up with their siblings and stuff after death. It was, for some reason, you know, back then that was the big thing. But they wanted to copyright strike me for 4 minutes of a 31-minute video, and it was all public photos. Basically, they're trying to say we own those photos, and it's like, dude, you're an internet, your YouTube channel. You do not have the money to go out and purchase these photos and then display them all over the place for everyone to use, and then unless, you know, it's a trap. That was another one of the strikes. You know, somebody takes a video and they make it a Creative Commons video, and then somebody uses that Creative Commons video, and the original people snag them for a copyright strike.
I think Joe's here. I think Joe's going to join us. Hang on. Keep talking, though.
Oh, Joe. There's Wookie. Joe. So basically what happened was they nailed me for 3 copyright strikes on,
I don't know how you're going to hear this, though, with like...
Oh, you can't just have
on public... public material. So I started to set up the new channel the other day, and I started working to set up the new channel the other day. I'm going to wait till these 2 jerks get done.
I'm trying to set him up. I didn't think he was actually going to come over for this.
He has no life. Of course he's coming over.
What? He said he
don't have a life. Of course.
He's going to set it up. What?
Yeah, I don't know how to even
just put it up on your laptop, right? And
just
then
gonna watch it so I can hear. Or would that fuck with the audio? I think that fuck
no,
with the audio,
it wouldn't.
Yeah, go through your microphone.
Well, you got this. Oh, that's not even.
I don't have headphones.
I had headphones sitting right here somewhere. Shit. You can keep talking, Drew. We're just trying to set him up.
Strangers in the night.
Is anyone watching right now?
There's a couple people.
Nice.
I guess I could play it through here, but I don't know how awful that's going to be.
Exchanging pieces. You know, Tommy, it would probably be easy if you muted your mic.
If I what?
Muted your mic.
Why is that?
Because you're talking over.
All right, hang on.
Okay. All right. Well, basically, what happened was I started setting up the new channel Sunday evening for Midwest Parahistoric Society. Well, as I was laying in bed last night after working all day yesterday, uploading playlists and videos and stuff, I started thinking that, is it the channel they go after, or is it the account they go after? So I got up at 3 o'clock this morning. I came in here. I started researching, and the old policy, the last policy said that they may pull the whole account, which would pull down any video or any channels you have under that account. So if there's one thing that I've learned dealing with people on here for the last almost 3 years, it's try to think ahead, try to be one step ahead of the game. So today I started a brand new email, a brand new account, a brand new Living Histories Mysteries. So tomorrow evening or late afternoon, I'm actually going to kill the old Living Histories Mysteries. I'm going to completely delete the page. And I'm going to completely delete the Midwest Parahistoric Society page. And we're going to run strictly off the brand new Living Histories Mysteries page. So everything will pretty much be the same. It'll still be the same name. You just got to type in the original, the first time Living Histories Mysteries, and subscribe, and boom, it's there. The PayPal thing will be the same. It will always be paypal.me/MrHistory2020, which is on the header on the top of the main page for the new Living Histories Mysteries channel. PayPal and the email. All right, there's JoJo.
Hey, what's up?
Can you hear us good? Is it like echoing now?
What's up?
I took the headphones.
Oh, he
out.
sounds like shit, man.
Good.
Like real terrible.
No,
Do I sound worse than I look?
just slightly shit.
Slightly shit.
Yeah, minute shit. Like
Like, can you hear, does it like echo or something, or like?
No, I don't hear an echo.
Just quality.
The quality.
You need like a podcast mic or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there you go. Need a.
Yeah, like I have one laying around here.
You need a mic like I use.
There you go. All right, now we fixed it. There's some headphones right there. Sorry for all this technical difficulties at this point.
Dude, that one's nasty.
Is there no headphone?
And that one's missing the thing.
Nah, screw it. All right, I guess we'll just do it like this. As long as it's not like really bad, Drew. He's just frozen. You still there? He's just like frozen.
There we are.
All right.
You could actually. I have a jack for my phone. It's a splitter. You can actually buy two of them and plug one splitter into the other one, and that way you can plug in two sets of headphones and one mic, like my mic, and you guys could both run off single mic and each have a set of headphones.
How much are one of those?
I paid like $11 or $12 for that mic.
Oh,
the
okay.
splitter things like $5 at Walmart.
All right, yeah, well, that's definitely
That's not
something.
bad.
Yeah, doing like something to invest in, especially with doing more of these live streams this winter since there's nothing else to do.
Well, I mean, we're gonna have enough to do. It's just a matter of getting the investigations lined up. I mean, Danny's working on a couple of different Masonic lodges, and he's working on that hotel. We got the Morton House deal in January. I mean, January is only 4.5 weeks away. So, I mean, it's 32 days away is January. So
The Morton House, they
I
said
mean,
it would be in the spring.
okay, so we're still only talking like 2 or 3 months. And,
Right.
It's better than being down like Mark and I was last year. We were down for, 5 months, 6 months. I think we stopped in mid-November and didn't get fired back up again until like April.
You didn't do
April
any
or
like,
May.
investigation videos or anything?
Nope.
Yeah, I would die. I would rather die at that point.
I mean, I would do an outside one still. Cold doesn't bother me that much.
The cold never bothered me anyway.
How do you feel about that, Drew?
The cold doesn't bother me trying to dig out graves in 3 foot of snow and minus 30 wind chill. That kind of.
If it's that cold, yeah, that's too much.
I mean, don't forget what last winter was like. What was it? Beginning of January, our wind chill was like minus 55.
That was only like for a week, though.
I mean, it's Michigan, though. I mean, what do you expect?
Do you know how many testicles froze off in that week?
Quite a bit. Quite a bit.
I was out shoveling the old lady across the street's drive and her sidewalk and everything for. Believe me, I know. 3 pairs of hunting socks, tactical boots, long red underwear, Civil War wool pants, 2 coats, my insulated my mask that I wear for like real extreme thermal heat and stuff, that's like made out of 4 layers of scuba material and wool insulation and everything. Yeah, I see. You shut your mic off. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Thank you.
That's what happens when you're dealing with your friends. They shut their mic off to talk about you.
So I guess, you know, since everyone's like dead as hell tonight, should we start talking about like what we're doing this winter? You know, what's in store? That's what the freaking title is. You know,
what's in store?
You got a bottle open?
Oh,
there should be one
again.
Yeah, we got to pop a top again. Even though Mark's sadly not here. If I would have known this, I would have just rescheduled. Is there one laying around there? I would have just rescheduled this to like the next day or something.
Remember. Out the new. Hey, John.
Snowflake multi-tool thing has one on it.
Oh, there you go.
Remember to check out.
They're laying around everywhere.
Does it matter for drinking?
No.
It's not going to get you banned or anything.
I've drank on my live streams before. You can do whatever. By the way, I'm fucking 1 subscriber away from 100 subscribers. Can someone help your boy out and, you know, give 1 more subscribe? It's been sitting on that for like a week or 2 now. It's been killing me. Are you subscribed?
Yeah, I'm subscribed. Of course.
Drew's just typing away. Hey, JJ, what's up?
Oh, shit. You should leave that chat up.
Well, I can't.
Hey, Jan.
Up on your. I mean, I guess I could do this. See how that worked out.
Shit.
Yeah, no, just do it on yours.
Y'all drink out your bottles. I got my mason jar.
Oh, man. All right, so Drew, so tell us what's in store for this winter.
Well, what's in store for this winter? Well, I'm doing just absolutely great, Jan. I'm much better than I was 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I was trying to figure out how many 44 barrels I could get stuck in my mouth at one time because I want to do optimal damage. Today, I'm feeling pretty damn good. But I've been working on the new channel all day long, getting it up, getting the playlist put on there. I start uploading videos to it today. Sadly enough, I can only upload 10 or 12 videos per day. But the new channel is already up. Of course, you know, when you type in Living Histories Mysteries, instead of having the picture of Mark and I, up there for the little, the thumbnail. It'll be the picture of the Raven, the old thumbnail for the channel. But that will be the new channel. So people can actually start going and subscribing to that, and got it done faster than I thought I would. Especially after I made that video today telling everybody to wait till tomorrow to sign up. Awesome. Let me see here. Let me flip over here real quick, and we'll spin the little thingy up there. Spinny, spinny, spinny. See how many people we got on here already.
Yeah, Johnny, we've been popping the top. You already know that. Always popping the top. And then Drew's just drinking moonshine over there.
No, it says no subscribers still.
Do what?
It still says no subscribers. The new channel, the new Living Histories Mysteries.
I thought you already had multiple subscribers on there.
I had multiple subscribers on the Midwest Parahistoric Society site. Had like almost 80 of them on there. And then last night realized, oh, wait, they might pull that site down too. So I made up the new Living Histories Mysteries site today.
So you have so now it's a third one.
Yeah, so right now there's actually 3 channels out there. There's 2 Living Histories Mysteries and 1 Midwest Parahistoric Society.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. I thought you just made the one new one.
No, that's the one I was gonna pull.
It should be.
Why, yes, Jan, you can say that. I'm actually kind of tired of little wussy wham wham boohoo baby wannabes and stuff like that too.
Okay. What's it called?
It's like
we wouldn't we wouldn't be in the boat we are now if it wasn't for some little wham wham wannabe trying to cause trouble. See, people don't realize how cutthroat the paranormal is. I mean, I've had to explain this to a lot of people because they just didn't realize that, there are so many groups out there that have been doing it for so long. They don't want to say, hey, we've discovered irreparable proof that the paranormal exists. We've discovered we've discovered absolute proof and evidence that there's life after death. They would rather say, haha, I discovered it. I'm not going to share my findings with other people. And I really think that's part of what nailed the old channel was the fact that, when we converted over to strictly a parahistoric channel, and we started getting 250 270 subscribers a month for like a 2 month period there, then that's when I started getting these copyright strikes. And it's like, well, wait a second. And then when I looked at the copyright strikes, and they're saying, oh, well, they're striking you for 16 minutes and 45 seconds to 20 minutes and 51 seconds. It's like, well, wait a second. You're going to copyright strike 4 minutes of a 31-minute video, and it's all public photos.
That's bullshit.
They weren't alive to take those pictures back then. I mean, they can't own those photos. Those are photos were taken 130, 140, 150 years ago. They weren't allowed to take those. They don't own them. And they're all over Google anyway. That's where I got the photos at, was off Google.
Now, is there a way to fight this?
Say what?
Is there a way to fight this? Like, back
when
about it.
COVID started, and a lot of people don't understand this, when COVID started, Google and YouTube laid off a huge number of people, including their answering services, the people that do diagnostics, all that kind of stuff. And when COVID let up this year, they realized, hey, wait a second, we're saving a buttload of money by not having these people working, just letting the computer run things. So the computer program will let you send an email or something like that complaining about something, and the computer automatically reacts. It don't research it. It goes on what they say. But there's nobody to answer a phone or anything if you email to appeal it or complain about it. Because I tried to call them last year over my money situation I was having, and their answer is always the same. Please consult our local chat. Someone there will be able to answer your question.
That's super annoying. Can you tell who like reported it or anything?
Yeah, does it say that?
Oh yeah, and I've emailed them all, and that's when I realized, by looking at the name of the person and the channel, because if you go and you look in the about section of anybody's channel, 9 out of 10 of them have a contact email where you can get a hold of them, ask them questions, request thing, whatever. The emails that were, or the email addresses that were in my email of who reported it, were not the same email addresses that were hooked up to the accounts. That's how I know it wasn't the people. Number one of the people hadn't been active for like 5 years. The other one hadn't been, or the other one was strictly a Creative Commons, and the other one was pictures off of Google. So that's how I know that.
Well, fuck them. That's what I have to say. They'll fuck themselves.
The way I look at it, the new channel is going to be even bigger and better than it was originally. I mean, I have, when I set up the Midwest Parahistoric Society channel yesterday, I mean, in one day I had like 75 people subscribe to it. Some of them are like really big paranormal investigators and stuff. So I'm ecstatic getting this new channel started and really rolling with it and just making it grow. I mean, it's going to suck balls. Don't get me wrong, but it's going to suck terribly not having an income for a few months. That's why I'm trying to get as much, because I lost my monetization, all that. So I got to build back up to it now. Luckily, I think we have a live stream tomorrow night. I actually got it set up on the new channel tonight, and it said to give it 24 hours to process. And then when I went back and checked, it said processing, come back in 24 hours, and live stream will be capable. So
yeah, shout out your
my
channel.
last 5 days.
Shout out your new channel and everything. Shout out your new channel, my guy.
I'm trying to, if you'll quit talking over the top of me.
Go ahead.
Yes, skinny bastard. The new channel is the same as the old channel. It is Living Histories Mysteries. Of course, like I said, instead of having that cute little picture of Mark and I up there, where like Tommy's little picture of him over here holding the cross. Sacrilegious little bastard.
Let me know if you
instead of having the picture of me and Mark as the channel thumbnail, it'll just be the raven on a black field. The old I don't even have it around here to show you. The old, that's how you can tell the difference between the Living Histories Mysteries. It's going to die down, and the new Living Histories Mysteries. It's Mark and I in the thumbnail in the old one, and the Raven in the thumbnail in the new one. But it is up and running now, so folks can go over to it, and they can go on and get subbed in. I'm not going to have as many moderators this time around. I'm going to be very, very selective on my moderator group. I do believe what most, I don't know, maybe. As long as it took you to make this live stream work, I don't know if I want to trust you to moderate mine or not.
This is only my third live stream I've ever done on my channel, so I'm not used to it.
You guys actually missed it. It was really, really funny. He sent the link in Facebook Messenger after saying, I'm going to send the link. We can all chat a little bit before the live stream starts. And the link comes in. I click on it. I pop up here, and I'm here by myself. I'm like, well, how the hell did that work? He's got to be in here to approve me to come in here. And then he starts messaging me on Messenger again off to the side. And I'm like, what? And he's like, can't you hear me? I'm like, I can't see you. What do you mean hear you? So I bring Messenger up, and I'm messaging him. And all of a sudden I can hear him typing over my headphones. I'm like, what the hell? So then I get ready to come over. Yep, Tommy. It was Tommy. Then I try to come over here, and because he was live on Messenger and on here at the same time, it locked my phone up. So I had to back completely out again, then come back in. And it's like, oh, okay. We finally got it. But him and I don't need guest time anyway.
You have to buy membership to live stream?
No, you don't. It's, I think I used up all my time. Like when you're like, Drew would know more than I do, but when you have like a free account,
StreamYard only gives you 20 hours a month. Well, if you live stream like I live streamed, I mean, I go through 12 hours a week. 2 hours Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings, and 2 hour Monday, Wednesday, and Friday evening. So, you know, a week and a half, I burn up my 20 hours. So I was thankful when I was able to start live streaming through YouTube. But I was actually looking at StreamYard earlier today. And it was like $20 for unlimited time. Plus you got the little extra features like the little special, you know, no duck up here. You can actually put your own thumbnail up there and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm really kind of eager to get the new channel set up, to get the donations start coming in, because it could be 5 or 6 months before I actually have an income again. So I'm going to be relying on those donations more so than ever, especially with Christmas coming up. Because if you guys remember right, just last week, the wife was exposed to COVID and wound up getting several days off work with no pay. So I was thankful that I had my people that always take care of me and always donate and stuff. And I could make up the slack that she was missing being off work for all those days. And then this happened Friday. And I'm like, oh, let's just add insult to injury. Let's take the baseball bat before we shove it up his arse and wrap razor wire around it and then put peanut butter on it. So after you shove it up there, an animal wants to sit and lick your ripped up butthole after you've been anally raped with a baseball bat. So,
you You know, you could always sell drugs. You know, that's one thing. It makes you a lot of money. So I've heard.
I'll tell you what, I've actually considered selling my guns.
You probably get quite a bit for it.
You know how I feel about. Yeah, you know how I feel about Grumpy. I mean, Grumpy is an original 1880 Coach gun, and she's worth $500 or $600. So I know you will, Jan, and I really appreciate that, sweetie. I do. But you guys are working on your retirement too. You've got to look to the future.
So are we gonna?
Speaking of which, is Jay any closer to deciding whether or not he's ready to stop?
Is he talking to us?
Who?
Jan's husband, Jay. Hence JJ's adventures. You got Jan and Jay.
I always just called her JJ because that's her YouTube. I never knew her actual name.
Well, Jay actually pops in when he gets home from work, usually when I'm live streaming. She'll be sitting there talking on one computer, and then he'll jump on when he gets home and get his shoes kicked off and relaxes. I think they sit across the room from each other.
Okay, so sometimes I'm talking to her, and sometimes I'm talking to him.
Because I know someone I'd like to do that too. Don't sell your guns. Well, and it really sucks about it is last week or a week and a half ago. Let's say 2 weeks ago. Everything was going good for us. I always had the next paycheck to look forward to. The wife she don't miss days for nothing. She could have the bubonic plague and find a way to go to work.
That's how life was before COVID. Now everyone gets a little cold. Now I just take a week off.
Yep. Well, it's like my mother-in-law. She actually got exposed to COVID 10 days ago. 12 days ago, she got exposed to COVID, as she already had an upper respiratory infection. So she went to the doctor. The doctor said, with upper respiratory infection and the fact that you're exposed to COVID, instead of staying locked up for 10 days, you should stay locked up for 14 days. So now she's over the COVID and still fighting the upper respiratory infection.
All right, so are we gonna talk about like what the hell
JJ's first and last thing.
Do what?
Maybe sometime. I don't know.
Well, first I want to hear if your wife's better or not yet.
Oh, my wife's fine. My wife's went back to work already, and she's absolutely fine. They wound up not keeping her off for the 10 days, but still it was about half a paycheck that was taken away from her. And especially this week, since we're traveling to Central Indiana to have Thanksgiving dinner with my family, since my mom and dad and everybody is already in the state. And we've not had a holiday together in 20 years. My son was 11 years old last time we had a holiday together. He's 32 now and got 4 kids and married and everything. So, with Christmas coming up, our Thanksgiving coming up with my family this weekend and everything, it's like, could this happen at a worse time?
Am I invited to your Thanksgiving dinner?
It's not here at my house. It's down by Indianapolis.
Oh, well, you didn't invite me.
Hey, everybody knew. I made it a point to let everybody know we were going to have extra food. It is not my fault that you had your head shoved up some skirt on Thanksgiving Day. No, wait, you were in Illinois.
No, I was in Illinois before that. But you still owe me like burgers and hot dogs or something, because you said to come over to your house and you would cook like burgers and hot dogs. I remember this.
No, I think what I said was come over to my house and I'll put my wiener in your buns.
Or that too, apparently.
This right here is what alcoholism does to you. I spent the whole day yesterday drinking while I was working on that damn channel.
Yeah, I could tell.
And I was still feeling the effects of it when I made that video today.
Were you hungover?
No, but I was still feeling really good. I trapped Jay into being my cameraman because you're smart, Jan. I wish I could trap my wife into being my camera person. But you know,
this is my camera person right here.
And it's a good one. I don't want to know what that slash is, Joe.
What?
He was asking what the slash was.
What slash?
You're like
cameraman slash thumbnail maker and profile.
As eager as you were to put those handcuffs on, Joe, I don't want to know what the slash is.
Hey, you forced me into that. That's your fault.
God knows what else he uses those handcuffs for, honestly.
50 cents and a piece of chocolate, and Joe was all mine.
All right, so far the topic of this live stream.
The topic of this live stream. What are we going to do this winter?
What are we going to do this winter, Drew?
Well, I am seriously thinking about moving to Florida with all the rest of the old people.
I mean, if you want to, I mean, where we live, this is where all the old people from Florida and like Illinois come to like retire and like stay here for the summer.
No, actually, this winter, Danny and Mark and Tommy have all been looking into different places. Danny, having the contacts he does both through his Kalamazoo Ghostbusters group and through his Southern Michigan Paranormals and everything, he's been able to find different locations. It's just a matter of making the phone calls and scheduling dates we can get in. He's got one hotel he's looking at. They actually shut down in January, and this year they're going to be doing repairs, but he says they probably won't start the repairs for 2 weeks after shutdown. So he's going to try to get us an actual overnight investigation in that entire hotel when it closes down. We're looking at 2 different Masonic lodges, one in Paw Paw, Michigan, and one in South Haven, Michigan. I'm trying to think. Tommy had checked into the Morton House.
We got approved.
We got approved for the Morton House.
Did you already say that?
But it's not going to come. I think he said he's going to try to get us into the Henderson Castle. He doesn't know if they're going to charge us or not. That just remains to be seen. But he does a lot of advertising and stuff for Henderson, and he does some of the haunted tours for Henderson. So. Yeah.
We got a foot in the door.
They might let us in. Yeah.
I mean, I've been there. We just paid for a hotel, or I mean, paid for like a room there and stayed there. So that's always an option.
I think we can get a better deal with Dan the Man.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Danny. You know, when I met Dan and brought him into the group, I wanted him to be, you know, just like Tommy or me or Mark or, well, Joe, and just go out, do a good investigation, work well with everybody, not have any conflicts. I didn't expect him to go above and beyond and pull in his own personal contacts to help us find locations and stuff like that. So I mean, he's been a major asset in just a short time he's been part of the group. Y'all can come to Christmas dinner at my house. It's a little bit of a drive, Jan, but I really, really appreciate that invite.
I'll especially come if there's booze. I'm down. Ghosts, booze. What is that from the House on Haunted Hill? Vincent Price. I forget what he says in the movie. Something about like ghosts and drinks, and I don't know if any of you know what I'm talking about. Classic movie. You've had to see it.
House on Haunted Hill with Vincent Price several times.
Classic. Just made me think of that line.
I actually think I enjoy that one more than any of the remakes.
Well, yeah, I love the original stuff. I love the old school stuff. I mean, look here. You got the Mummy, Invisible Man, Wolfman. I got all the classic Universal Monster, Universal Studios, black and white film stuff. You name it.
Dude, what's
you see what kind of
a remake of
you see what kind of classic stuff I get into. I have to have the leg lamp for Christmas Story.
That is a classic. I wish I had that lamp. I know they sell it like everywhere around Christmas time.
Yeah, you can get it on eBay. I think it's like $50 or something like that, $75. But it's a smaller version. It's only this yay big.
I mean,
Jan says there's always ghosts and booze at my house, or at least booze and spirits.
Drew, I don't know. I'll let Joe explain this because he pulled this up, but he's got like a spreadsheet, which is pretty odd. I'll let him explain it.
Yeah, so I've got like a spreadsheet of basically like potential investigation spots. So I can like send this to you if you like text me or email. Don't say it on here. But yeah,
I don't care. It's all over my channels.
Oh, okay.
All over my channels. It's
I didn't know if you used like
living hit. All right, here it is.
You send this on Pornhub channel. This is really cool what he did though. Like what he did with the spreadsheet. It's very it's just I can't even think of the word. It's just very organized. It's professional. I think all of us should have access to this spreadsheet that's in the group.
Did you post that as a comment?
Yeah, just living history comes alive at gmail.com.
He sent that to your Grindr account, I think.
I don't have a Grindr account, so it wasn't mine.
Living histories. I'm just typing in, just say it again.
Living history comes alive.
At Gmail.
Yep.
Send this to Mark as well, and Danny.
Jan says I couldn't make it a day without booze at my house.
Tell me about it.
All right, so I just sent it to you, but I've got like a bunch of potential investigation spot. One of them that I really want to go to is the Traverse City State Hospital, also known as the Northern Michigan Asylum, but currently it's known as the Village at Grand Traverse Commons. But it's like this old like asylum basically out in the city. Yeah, apparently it's pretty haunted, and there's like underground tunnels and stuff there, which would be cool to explore.
Drew can't walk that good, so that might be a big no for him, you know.
Well,
you know, how old
explore a
man's
different
working.
area while we're there.
We'll have to get him like a wheelchair or something to wheel him around.
Yeah, I mean, Mackinac Island is a lot.
I just typed in another one, Joe, you might want to look at. It's called hauntedplaces.org.
I think I know that one. Is that the
Now-
little ghost on it? The little ghost on the
Yeah,
emblem?
that was set up by Ben and Afterlife Road.
Really? He made that website?
Yep, he set that one up. Those are places that either they have investigated or places they know of that are reported haunted in the state of Michigan.
No shit.
Now, I actually punched in Dewaljack, Michigan, because it's only 9 miles away, and then it tells you, it starts with the places in Dewaljack, and then goes out from there and tells you the distance from Dewaljack.
Yeah.
I've been
I actually have that link already on here. So I've got like 3 tabs: potential investigations, completed investigations, and like research links. And I have that in there.
That's crazy because I've been using that website for a while. I did not know that Ben did that. I still want to get Ben on here. I still want to meet him because I have not spoken to him yet.
Ben is awesome. I've been trying to get him and Devin on for a while again. I've had them on different live streams on my channel. But since they started doing their podcast, I've been trying to get them back on here. But they're so busy with jobs and everything else that it's just a huge, humongous pain
aren't
to
they
try
from Michigan State? They go to Michigan State, something like that.
Well, Ben graduated. I think Devin graduated as well, but I think they're both working full-time jobs too. So
I thought it was him and like this girl, and then some other people.
Well, Devin is the main girl that is usually with him. Then you have Sarah, and you have Chris, and other people that they met through the Michigan State Paranormal. What is it, Michigan? Southern Michigan State Paranormal Society or something like that. I would love to go to Mackinac, Jan. I've been in Michigan now for 6 years, and I have never been to Mackinac. It's like a 5.5 hour drive north of me, and one of the horses is watching. It's kind of funny that one of the horses is watching because there's no cars on Mackinac Island. It's all horse-drawn buggies or horseback or bicycles or I guess they have rickshaws there. But Fort Mackinac.
Yeah, there's a lot of haunted places on Mackinac Island. Like, it's not just the fort. There's like a haunted hotel and like a bunch of stuff.
Drew, pull up that spreadsheet. Check it out.
I've been there several times.
If you can, like at the moment. And you can add to this too.
I think I probably can.
I don't know. I'm not as well known with the spreadsheet stuff as he is, but you can add to it. You can add new locations in your own notes and stuff there as well. Because isn't it through Google Drive?
Yeah, it's through Google Drive. It's a Google Sheets document.
I mean, I think he did a really great job on this, and I think it's definitely everyone in the group should definitely have the link to this and add stuff in there, and we can discuss this as well prior or after this live stream and stuff.
Yeah, thank you.
There it is. I hired a really good guy, for a great price.
Yeah, you are getting a good price.
Sexual favors,
Oh, let me see here. Oh, it's a docs. Yeah.
Oh,
I won't be able to open it now.
But when you can, definitely check it out. It's definitely something.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
And then I was going to ask what happened or anything or any updates about the wounded minnow. What happened with that?
No, I was giving them till I'll give them 2 business hours tomorrow, and then I'll phone them tomorrow evening and just touch base with them. For those of you that don't remember, Wounded Minnow was the one that had the paranormal investigators come out and check out the bar and the building in general right before Halloween. They've owned the place for 26 years, and they've always had small incidents happen. But here of late, it's got more intense, it's got more physical, and they went and they had people come in and check it out, and they done a voice box session, and the voice box actually called the owner's girlfriend by name and then described what she was wearing. And everybody kind of got a little freaked out at that point. I guess the owner and his girlfriend, neither one slept very good for a few days after that. It really got to them. So my wife, you know, growing up in this area, she's been going in that bar for at least 21 years. And probably longer if the truth was to be known. But she told me I needed to get a hold of him, and I did. And we were going to meet, and something else came up. We couldn't meet, so we decided to meet up sometime after Thanksgiving. So I'm going to contact him and find out exactly when we all can meet and do a preliminary check out of the place and stuff. Yeah, Brandon, I know there's several places on the island. The fort, of course, you know, being a big history buff, is big for me because a lot of people don't even know that there was activity in Michigan at the War of 1812. But, you know, we had sailing vessels all through the Great Lakes. We had, you know, we had Fort Mackinac, which I have a lot of reenactor friends that have invited me to Mackinac. Like I said, 5.5 hour drive. I just can't do it. I couldn't drive a half hour because I'm blind as a bat. So I got to rely on somebody else to get me. And, you know, 11-hour round trip plus the time on the island just wouldn't, it's not been able to be done. But yeah, the fort, the hotels, the old domicile district. There's a lot of places on Mackinac that I would just absolutely love to investigate.
Yeah, I was going back to the Wounded Men.
What else?
Do what?
What else? What else do you have in the? What other ideas do you have, Tommy?
Well, I had one. Well, the one I was going to ask you, but then there was another one that I was trying to set up. But the other one I would say for you to try to get going was Munchkin Land, going inside the church there.
Yeah, I know. I'm actually going to see the wife's cousin on Friday.
Okay.
Since we're going away for the weekend, she's coming down to get grandma, and she's going to keep her for the weekend. So I'll talk to her on Friday when I see her, and find out what's going on with that.
Because I think a lot of people would be interested in that one. I myself, because, you know, that's kind of where I started out at Munchkin Land, Frost Cemetery. And being that I don't think anyone has ever done a paranormal investigation video inside the church. I don't even know if anyone's even done an investigation besides even a video inside that church ever. So just like the jailhouse, it would be something completely new and different that no one's ever seen before. And I know a lot of people that know about Munchkin Land. Like I went to a bar the other day, and these guys were like, "Oh, I'm from Eau Claire," and I was like, "Oh, so you know Munchkin Land?" They're like, "Oh yeah." Like everyone around this area knows what Munchkin Land is. So that would definitely be.
Kids have been going to Munchkin Land and partying for years, and nobody ever made that haunted connection until you actually sit down and start doing the research into it. And of course, you know, you've got the frost grave that supposedly glows green, and it's not algae or anything on there because I've been there in the daylight. It is a clean stone, so it's not that phosphorant algae that glows in the moonlight or whatever. there's been a lot of damage there. There's a lot of stories about the Frost Cemetery. One of which, you know, being the church back early 20th century, the pastor that was there supposedly was trying to do bad things to a couple little girls. They resisted. He killed them and took them out to the edge of the graveyard into the tree line and buried them somewhere in an unmarked grave, and then was so guilt-ridden by his activities that he hung himself from the rope in the bell tower. But according to rumor and legend, there's possibly more than just those two kids buried out there in unmarked graves. No one knows.
No.
I know that when Mark and I went out there, we had a lot of activity, but
I still got
the
to see
county
that
runs
video.
it. Well, so the county runs it. They didn't want us out there after dark. They have put cameras up around the church to make sure people aren't out there after dark and doing things. So, but we are trying to get into the church to do an investigation there. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. I'll talk to Teresa again on Friday and see what we can get going with that.
So yeah, that was the one. Another one. I was gonna say, I think I messaged Mark the other day, or I said it probably in the group chat. It was the lake. I believe it's called the Lakeside Inn in Lakeside, Michigan, which is 15 minutes from where I live right here. And it's an inn. It's known to have paranormal activity in it. It's fairly old. I think it's probably from the 1800s. It's been a minute since I've looked into it. But I emailed the manager that owns it, and I explained to him that what we wanted to do. This was a little while ago, a few months back, and he said they were not against it, and he was like, "Okay, cool. You know, how do you do your investigations? Send me a video." I sent him a video, and he never replied back. So I think this was like last week. I told Drew or Mark to try contacting them and see what he gets out of it. So that's another possibility, because it didn't seem like they were against it. But I don't know what the problem was. If it was, oh yeah, he saw my video and there was like drinking in it. I don't know. Or he was just busy and just never got back with it. But that was another possibility that seemed like it could work. And like I said, like you could look it up. Like I believe it's called the Lakeside Inn in Lakeside, Michigan. It's right off Red Arrow Highway, if you know what that is.
Okay. Roughly. I know a little bit about that area there.
Yeah. And Mark does too, because I guess he grew up in Three Oaks or something around here.
Yeah. Yeah, he grew up in Three Oaks.
So that was the only other one that I had as an option. I mean, I nailed down, like I said, the Morton House, but that's not till spring. And then, yeah. And then that's about it, because I got the Glean, the jailhouse. We did that one. I mean, I could.
Which thumbs up on that one, buddy. That was a good one, and it turned out to be an amazing investigation.
It was by far probably my favorite one so far, and I think he enjoyed it
definitely.
too.
Most evidence I've seen.
So as far as those go, that's all I have as an option. Is I would say the Landmark Inn, which I think you or Mark should contact, and then obviously the Wounded Minnow, which it still sounds like we're going to be able to do that one. It's just trying to get a hold of them again, and then
it's just a matter of when they have the time to do it.
Franklin Church, aka Munchkin Land, there. Like I said, I think that one would be a big hit, because I think a lot of people in this area in Southwest Michigan know about that place, and no one's, like I said, as far as I've seen, I've never seen an investigation inside the church. So I think it would be a hit.
And Mark does all of my research, all of my preliminary investigating and stuff for us. You got Tommy, you got JoJo right there, and he has his list, his spreadsheet and stuff to work on. Put him in Put him in charge of research. Put him in charge of trying to locate places off that list and contacting people, or at least picking places that he thinks would be really, really cool and pass them on to us.
That's pretty much what the is.
I'll check out that spreadsheet, and because like I said, there's very little to do on the new channel. I got it all set up today. I started uploading videos. I got the playlists uploaded. Sadly, I can only upload 10 or 12 videos a day. So over the next week, that's what I'm going to be doing, is uploading 10 or 12 videos every day, plus, you know, occasionally putting a new video up for folks, and doing a live stream when I can, and just getting the new channel back into gear again so we can start to grow. So I'm going to be like real busy. Plus I got a whole weekend away, which is probably my best working time. But like I said, after not having a holiday with my family for almost 2 decades, it's time for me to relax a little bit, drink a beer.
Don't drink too much.
Kick back and enjoy my sister, my mom and dad, and my son and my grandkids, and I got a brand new great niece that was just born a week and a half ago.
Drew,
yeah.
I've been thinking about this. How do you feel about starting? I've been trying to do this with some other people and it just kind of didn't work out. But how do you feel about, for like our group, or maybe me and you or a couple people from our group, starting actually like a podcast? So it basically be kind of like a live stream, but we have like topics and different places that we talk about and stuff like that.
Well, it's like I was telling you before we started the stream tonight. I had Chris and Dakota from Bald and Bonkers trying to help me to just move my old channel over and put it onto a new channel. That way I didn't lose any subscribers. I didn't lose any comments or anything like that on the videos. I didn't lose my views, which, by the way, guys, Friday night, after I received the email from YouTube, they were going to pull my channel down. We hit our 275,000 view milestone.
Well, congratulations!
Yay! Yeah, a lot of good it is now.
Can someone? I just need one more.
Dance fingers.
And I hit 100. The big 100. All I need is one more subscriber, and I hit a milestone finally. Talking about milestones, I'm gonna keep putting this up here. Drew, give me one more subscriber. If you have to do it on your new account.
I've already subscribed to you on the new account.
God damn it. We're so close. Fair enough. I'm just putting that out there.
I went through today when I realized I was going to lose the majority of my subscribers. I went through this morning and I pulled up my subscriber list and I went through and I wrote down every single one. Now, understand, I had 4,112 subscribers. Out of that, I actually found 1,000 active channels.
Only 1,000. What the other ones?
The rest,
just like, go ahead.
The other ones were inactive channels or just supporters, and they didn't have content of their own. So I have no way to contact them or anything to let them know that we changed. So sometime in the next 3 days, I hope one of them actually sees the posts that I put up on the old Living Histories Mysteries, and maybe, you know,
Did you do a video on your old channel stating that you're moving to a new channel?
When you get the strikes, you cannot put up any more videos. You cannot live stream. You cannot anything. So the channel that I put up yesterday on the same account, the Midwest Parahistoric Society, I did put up a video today on there.
Okay, yeah, I saw that
to let people know Yeah, that's the one where I was dancing to Taylor Swift. That one is, I'm hoping people can follow breadcrumbs. I'm hoping they Hansel and Gretel themselves and find their way to the new Living Histories and Mysteries. Yeah, I know, Jan. I seen that when I pulled up my subscriber list today, and once again, I already subscribed to you on the brand new channel and everything too. So I went through I went through the list. I went through the list and subscribed to everyone that was on this list that actually had a channel. So
you made a freaking list.
You know, Brandon Jose, Paranormal History Productions, JJ's, Omar Gosh, Tommy Amongst the Tombstones, Not the Paranormal, Lakeside Paranormal, Michigander Man, Traveling Buddy, Sean Cody, all of them that have been with me for a while that you had active channels. I went right in and subscribed to them. So I think I subscribed to like 400 channels today or something like that. So
no wonder you're pulling your hair out.
I've been that's why I've got this hat on right now, because my receding hairline is now down to about the nape of my neck. So
you've been punished by the Punisher.
I've been punished. Well, the nice thing about it is I've gripped my teeth for so much today that I don't have crow's feet anymore. I pulled all my skin tight again.
I honestly think, you know, in the meantime, we need to lock down these locations, and then we also need to do more interviews and live streams with other paranormal groups or certain people. Like I got this one coming up. For those of you who are watching, I'm doing a live stream this Sunday evening at, was it 7:38? I can't even remember my own freaking times, with a medium. Her name's Carly the Medium. So I'm super excited about that, to do an interview with her. I don't really know too much about mediums. I've always been interested in it. Like Drew said, it would be super cool to have one on an investigation. So that's kind of what I'm going to figure out with this live stream, and see what can happen after this. Maybe we can get her to come to one of these. Who knows? But that's what I'm saying.
Like,
Go ahead.
I told Tommy he really honestly needs to find out where this girl, in conversation before the live stream, find out where she's at, if she's in the area, if there's like, if she's nearby. So we might actually be able to meet in the middle and do an investigation somewhere. It'd be really nice to have a medium on locale when we do an investigation. Dan and Phil's the hospital. Oh yeah. Camp Denison. That would be a good one. But yeah, and I think this Carly girl, I don't know why. I just get I get a thing when I don't know if it's her eyes or what, but she knows what she's talking about. I can guarantee that's going to be a very, very interesting live stream.
How did you find out about this girl?
I think I said, like I told Drew, Amy from Mindless Adventures. I know JJ, you know who probably Amy is. Drew obviously does. She went to, her and Drew went to DeadCon this past, a month or two ago, whatever it was, in Indianapolis,
October,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
Portland.
She met a bunch of people and got their business cards, and I was contacting Amy the other day, talking to her, and she was like, you need to do more live streams, you need to do some more of this stuff. So she gave me a bunch of business cards of like paranormal groups, and it just popped, that first one popped up. It was just Carly the Medium, and I was like, okay, this sounds interesting. So I got her has her Instagram and all her stuff on there, contact information. So I hit her up, and she was like, yeah, sure. So I made the flyer, and so yeah, like this Sunday, I think it's like 8 o'clock, I want to say, I'll do a live stream with her on my channel. And I'm hoping to, learn a lot about like what it's like to be a medium and what she's experienced. And like Drew said, hopefully, possibly if she lives close enough, which I think she would, because she went to it was in Indianapolis, that she could possibly do an investigation with us. So I'm super stoked for it, to be honest.
I'm excited for that.
There's
one
a
too.
lot of places in Indianapolis. A lot of places in Indianapolis.
There's catacombs there that I want to go to.
In Indianapolis?
Yeah. That's on the list.
Huh.
JJ, who do you know
now,
that's
see,
a
I
medium?
used to live in Indianapolis, and I didn't even know about those.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I was surprised that there was any catacombs in the U.S. at all. I think there's some in D.C. also. I think that's it. It's not like lined with like bones, like the Paris ones, but still,
Yeah, the catacombs in Paris.
Yeah, the ones in Paris.
And I would love to do the ones in Paris. People get lost in those all the time if they don't take somebody experienced. I actually just watched a Ghost Adventures. Well, it wasn't Ghost Adventures. It was a show called Other World or something like that Zach done back in 2012, and he went to
Zach Baggins cracks me up.
He went to catacombs in Paris. They actually found a couple of the secret. I can't remember what they're called. They're like catacomb. They're not licensed. You're not supposed to.
It's not the tourist area.
Yeah, there was people partying down there.
That's on my bucket list to go there. I think it'd be super cool. But I've heard stories about like guides taking people down there and like just ditching them. Like, I'm scared about.
What's the one that Sam and Colby just went to on their hell?
That was one in like the Ukrainian ones.
Okay, yeah.
Like
that was a really good one. Have you seen that? Have you seen any of the videos from Sam and Colby's Hell Week?
I don't know if I've seen any of them from Hell Week, but I've been watching some of their videos.
They're bangers. You got to watch them.
Yeah, they went to catacombs and like
Dracula's castle. They went back to the Conjuring House alone. They're really good. There's some really good ones. Some asylum, or what was it? The
sanatorium.
The sanatorium. Yeah, that was a good one too.
Yeah, but the catacombs one is cool. It's like the area. Like I didn't know there's catacombs over there. It's bigger than the Paris catacombs apparently. It's not like line of bones like the other one. But like it was during some war, like people went in there. It used to be like a mining area, and they went in there and like to hide from the war, and like the other people just blocked off the entrances and trapped them in there. So there's only a few entrances now. So
yeah, there's 3 legal entrances to the Paris catacombs now, and they've either got them blocked off or welded shut. But these people that take illegal tour groups down in there, they know of other ways or false welded doors and stuff like that. And then of course you climb down 45, 50 feet into the catacombs, and there's multiple levels going down, so you wind up about 75 feet below the streets of Paris. And there's cave-ins down there. That's actually one of the reasons. Okay, Brandon, sounds good. There's actually back in the early 20th century, they went down there and they started reinforcing a lot of the catacombs because I think it was like the 1880s or 1890s, some of the streets in Paris started to collapse. It was pulling buildings down, houses and stuff with it. So they went down there and reinforced a lot of those catacombs and stuff. And right now, it's a shame. It's a shame we're not independently wealthy, because right now would be a good time to actually go and get into the catacombs. Because
Right.
a lot of your city workers, your construction workers, your law enforcement people are all paying attention to the rebuild on Notre Dame.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, like, I want to go there. I mean, especially if this channel takes off, like, it'd be awesome to do an investigation there. JJ's Adventures. Yeah, I'd love to go to those catacombs in Indianapolis. Like,
JJ's from Ohio, right? Jay.
Southern Ohio, southwestern Ohio.
yeah, we should
Okay.
contact the people to get into the Indianapolis ones.
I'd be down.
Yeah, plus Drew, you know the area. You can be our guide.
So I know above ground.
I don't think it's like.
That's what I said. I used to live 12 blocks north of Monument Circle. I used to walk to the canal at night when I couldn't sleep. I'd get up midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. I'd walk to the canal, and there'd be people out walking around, sitting on the benches, whatever. And I would walk the 12 blocks to Monument Circle, or down to Circle Center Mall, which is just southwest of Monument Circle a little bit. Washington Street, of course, is the main east and west road. It goes all the way through Indy. Meridian Street north is your main north to south road. But I don't know anything. Like I said, I was there for over a year, and I wandered the streets of Indy at night and everything. I never heard anyone talk about the catacombs.
Yeah, I don't think they're as intense as, like, the catacombs in Europe, but, like, still they're catacombs. There's some in DC also, which would probably be cool to check out.
You'll probably get shot there.
Another one, I think, if we all pitch in the money, and it would be just literally the all-time greatest, because, when you put this title in on your YouTube account, everyone will watch it, is doing actually the Conjuring House.
Mm-hmm.
The actual Conjuring House.
Yeah, and the people that own that place actually do let investigators come in and do investigations.
Yeah, they're super down to earth. I've heard
we looked at the price, and it wasn't outrageous.
How much was it? Do you remember?
I don't remember, but it was, like, reasonable. Not nearly as much as that Felt Mansion, which would also...
The Felt Mansion is a fucking scam.
Let me ask a question.
Go ahead.
And this question is not only directed at you guys, it's also directed at the people in the chat. When it comes to people owning a haunted business, a haunted hotel, a haunted restaurant, just a motel where activity has been seen, do you think it's fair what a lot of these places are charging for investigative teams to come in? Amy and I were looking at places down in Indiana to do a group investigation. And one of those places was like $600 for 10 hours. And then went $45 for each additional person. Now, granted, it was I think 10 people for $600, and it was $45 each additional person to come in. And that guy owns like 7 different haunted locations. He just bought an old high school down by Blackford County, Indiana, which is southeast of Marion, Indiana, almost directly east of where James Dean was born at in Fairmount, Indiana. Hey, there's Christy. Hey, girl. Long time no see. Do you think it's fair what these places charge to go in and look at do an investigation of some of the locations that they own?
Well, I mean, if you think about it, if I owned a place like that and I always had people coming, like, to me to investigate, like, if it was popular enough, like, yeah, I guess, like, I would probably charge for it, Some of them are outrageous, but I mean, if you like happen to buy a place that was haunted, you know, you're sitting on a gold mine, sort of. So I get it. I get why they do it, but I don't know.
I think, like I said, like I'm talking about in the chat, like the Conjuring House and stuff like that. You know, anyone that buys these places or owns it, they got to let investigations happen because, you know, it's a money factor. It's all about, they know people are going to want to come there. They know people will pay out the ass, paranormal groups, to do an investigation there. But at the same time, it's like, I feel like some of them is just ridiculous. Like the Felt Mansion, like it was like $1,200 for up to 10 people or 12 people, whatever it was. Like, it's just outrageous. But they know they can get away with it because they know people are, if they're that desperate, they're going to pay for it. But at the same time, I feel like it needs to be lowered. It needs to be reasonable to get more. And at the same time, when people come to these places, it's like if they want the publicity and like the acknowledgement of like, hey, this is our business. The more people they have come in there doing videos, it spreads. So it's like you would think they want to do it a little bit cheaper, but some people are stingy as hell. So I don't know. I don't get it. It makes no sense to me.
So Drew, apparently the Conjuring House is up for sale. So instead of moving to Florida, you should move in there.
I am so not afraid of death. I would have no problem going in that place. I would go in that place in my underwear and a toothbrush. and that's it. That's how not afraid of that place I am. Nothing scares me anymore. I've been married twice. I've died 3 times. I've been scratched 3 times in investigations. What's left to scare me? I mean, seriously, I've been to hell and back.
Well,
I've never been possessed. You've never been possessed, so I don't know what that's like, but
not yet.
That could be nice.
Oh shoot, like $5.5 million for the price of it.
I gotta take a leak. I'm gonna die if I
isn't
that's much.
Isn't the Conjuring House though? Doesn't it come on like there's 40 or 400 acres or 200 acres? Isn't it like a huge piece of land though?
I think it is. I think there's like a cemetery too and everything.
If I remember correctly, when I done a video on the Conjuring House here a few months ago, I think they said it originally had 400 acres and half of it was sold or something like that. But yeah, I figure for what those people make, renting that place out for the night, letting investigative teams come in, they're crazy for selling it. I mean, not unless it's got so bad their own family and the occurrences that's going on, they just have to get away from it. So,
if they really have to go away that bad, I don't see why they'd sell it for that much. I mean, who's trying to move into the Conjuring House anyways? I feel like it'd be a hard sell.
Crazy people like us.
I would not move in there.
Some good ones. I can't fucking break these this time.
If you do it though, I'm coming to visit.
Yeah. I won't live there, but I'll come and spend the night.
I would spend the night there, yeah.
There's another one. What was it? There was a Netflix movie. It was in Iowa. Does anyone knowing that's watching this right now? There was a house in Iowa. There was like an axe murder. It was like something.
The Viscala axe murder house. I did a video on that place too.
You said what about that? You want?
I done a video on that place too.
There's a place.
You went there?
No, I said I'd done a video on that place.
Okay.
Here a few months ago.
I would love to go there though. Have you seen the Netflix movie about that place? Well, It's the story. You have seen it. That was a really good one, and that's what made me. I didn't even know about the place until I watched that.
Yeah, family of 4, mom, dad, 2 daughters. I'd gone to church. The kids had performed in a church play. They brought home 2 friends of theirs, sisters. They got home about 9 o'clock at night. The next morning, the neighbor actually went over and knocked on the door, couldn't get an answer. Nobody had come out. And she called the owner's brother, and he come over and forced his way in, and he found everybody bludgeoned to death with an axe. Axe laying right up against the wall, like some got done doing their work and just sat it down and leaned it up against the wall. And
there was a house in Michigan. I forget where. I want to say like around Muskegon, maybe. Like an entire family was murdered there, and I don't know if they caught.
Oh, I would love to do Beverly Hills.
I would like to go to that place. The house is still standing. I need to do more research.
There's a lot of places in Michigan. I mean, there's enough places in Michigan to keep us busy for the next 3 or 4 years, but it's the idea of traveling to them.
Thank you, JJ.
Allegan. Make sure. So, all right, JJ, sounds good, honey. You have a good evening. Tell Jay hey when he gets home, and you guys take care. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll have a live stream tomorrow night on the new channel.
Drew's gonna get drunk in 15 minutes. That's the plan.
The brand new Living Histories, not Midwest Parahistoric Society. That channel will go down too on Friday, probably. There is actually a brand new Living Histories Mysteries channel that has the Raven as our thumbnail. So that's going to be the new channel. That's the one that's going to wind up staying up. It is on a totally new email. I have no risk of that one be pulled.
Thank you, Christy.
So hopefully tomorrow night.
You're at 100 now.
Did I? Bullshit. Where did you see that?
Yeah, that's the Andrew, you know.
One more subscribing.
That was me that said that. Is it? There's no way. What were you just, Drew? You were just saying something. I was going to say something, but I totally forgot what you just said.
I was just talking about the fact there are so many locations in the state of Michigan. If we had the money to travel to them, we could stay busy for the next 4 years and never have a shortage of good videos. I mean, I took Christy with Mark and I to Allegan, Michigan. And we
that's another place.
Around downtown. We walked around downtown Allegan. We done a lot of filming in Allegan. We done our first home investigation in Allegan. We done our only home investigation in Allegan. But you know, you've got the theater, you've got the jailhouse, you've got all kinds of places. Well, the jailhouse museum now.
That's the other place that I was saying that we should do. That's definitely doable.
Museum. Which place?
Yeah, it's the old jail, and they turned it into a museum.
Oh,
and they do tours, and the pricing is very reasonable. Very reasonable.
We're talking about doing that one, Chrissy. We're talking about going up there to Allegan to the jail museum. We've also discussed doing the theater uptown. Just a matter, once again, of getting in there. But I want both sensitives with me if we do that. So I'm gonna have to find a way to do it. Take Andrew with us too, and keep him off camera.
Andrew, I thought he died.
He's very photogenic too. It's a shame that he don't be on camera.
He was great at Primrose Road.
I believe. He was amazing at Primrose Road. He's very knowledgeable.
If you can get him to come out of the shadows.
I would love to have him go out with us and do some of our really good investigations. They're both amazing. I had both Christy and Andrew at one of the cemeteries we done last year, and I had on opposite sides of a church funneling off each other, and it was both of them felt things, heard things, because Tommy and Andrew were talking, and just all of a sudden, you know, the conversation stopped. He was joking about he thought Andrew died.
Yeah, me and Andrew have our spicy conversations here and then, every now and then. This is one, Drew. Okay, now this, before I forget about
spicy.
I can't think of this. Anyone in the chat or whatever, maybe Andrew. There is a lady in Indiana. I think it's around the Mishawaka area. She is known as the one of the, if not the biggest prolific female serial killer of all time. You know who I'm talking about? Does anyone in the chat, or Drew or anyone? I thought it'd be super cool to do like a video about her, or a documentary or something. I know the house that she stayed in, they tore it down. It was an old like farm kind of building. She would like hack up people and like bury them underneath the house. Like when they tore the house down, they found bodies underneath the house. Does anyone know who I'm talking about? I can't think of her name. I think Joe's looking this up. But the people, I've heard like interviews and stuff, the neighbors that live where the house was, people will still go there and ask questions about like this lady and stuff like that, and like where the actual house was, and where like the grounds of where the house was demolished and stuff or tore down. The neighbors like legit know that the place has like activity, like it's a known thing. Have you heard of this one, Drew? This is in like
I've heard.
I want to say it's Mishawaka, or maybe I'm stupid and it's
South Bend.
South Bend. Someone has to know her name.
Mishawaka and
what?
Mishawaka and South Bend are divided by a street. So yeah, I mean it could be either one of them.
Indiana serial killer.
But yes, have heard about it.
That would be a super cool video, even if it's not an investigation, just kind of to
Belle Gunnis.
Yeah, that's her. That's
Belle
her.
Gunnis.
Yeah. Do you know? So you've heard that one, Drew?
She's Norwegian serial killer who was active in Illinois and Indiana between 1884 and 1908.
Yeah. See, Andrew knew it. Yeah, that would be a super, like, just for Drew, just for your like videos where you do like the history behind like certain cases and stuff like that. That would be a super cool one to do because it's local.
I mean, if she's a serial killer, there's got to be a place you could go and visit.
There's a museum. There's a museum. I'm
like
pretty
a place that like one person was killed that she killed. You know.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of them she buried in the house, the farm or whatever that she lived on.
Oh, even
LaPorte. Yes. Yeah, LaPorte. It's somewhere in Indiana. It was Indiana, but that would be a super cool thing to do a video about, I think, about her, because she's very well known.
Speaking of serial killers, you mentioned something about Seth Borden.
Seth Borden, what?
A while ago, like possibly doing like
a live stream with him?
Yeah.
He never responded back. Damn. I mean, you know who Lizzie Borden is, right? Obviously, people know who Lizzie Borden is. This dude, he's related to Lizzie Borden. He does videos with Sam and Colby. He does his own. Check out his videos, Seth Borden. He does some really good stuff. I'm trying to work with a live stream with him. He's like my age. Super cool guy. But yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. But good luck. I mean, he's not as big as Sam and Colby, but I think he just hit like 100,000 subscribers. But definitely check him out. I'm trying to work on it. I mean, Drew, if you want to try messaging him too, maybe work something out, because he's not as big as you think he is, but he's up there. And his videos are definitely
trying to get Sam and Colby.
Good luck with that one. Tell me when you figure that one out.
So Belle Gunnis escaped and was never caught. That's insane.
She lived on. Yeah. That Andrew. See, I figured Andrew would know this one. Yeah. There's that road. You can go there, and there's that property where they tore the house down. I don't know where it is. That's the thing. If I could figure out which property it was, I would still do an investigation there and see what activity we could like figure out that's going on there, because I feel like it's still active. And I've heard there's some weird stories, a lot of weird stories about people interviewing like the neighbors and stuff nearby. It's definitely something to look into, and definitely another possibility for like an investigation if we can get like some locations that she stayed at or where she killed some victims or whatever. So Andrew knows her pretty well, so maybe we should talk to Andrew about it. But that's definitely something I thought I've been wanting to mention this, but I kept forgetting it to all y'all in the group chat. But
should add it to the list.
No, I didn't. Yeah, add it to the list. But we just need to figure out like locations of like where she stayed. And I'm pretty sure there's like a museum that has some of her stuff in it. This was like months and months ago when I was researching this stuff, so I had to refresh my memory.
Yeah, and you know, it's really funny too that you mentioned Lizzie Borden. Have you heard the police and private investigator belief on the Lizzie Borden murders?
No, I have not.
Do tell.
Well, see, you know, Lizzie Borden was actually cleared of the charges. She was found innocent.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah,
they believe because of the method, because of the MO, the method in which the Borden family was killed was just like the Vizcaya axe murder house.
I heard that.
I think Seth Borden was talking about that in his video.
I think it was linked to like another killing or something.
Yeah,
I did that one.
They are saying that it was either the same killer who they pretty much decided it was just a hobo running the rails. You know, he'd jump a train, he'd find a family, he'd kill them, he'd jump back on the train. And a lot of people believe now that it was either the same killer or a copycat killer that committed those two crimes.
Dude, that's really good.
Yeah, I know it is. Sorry, I was sharing a hometown beer with him.
Wow.
If you guys have never been to Muhammad, Illinois, you got to try this craft beer. It's called Orange and Blue. It's a orange and blueberry wheat ale. Sorry, it's not a beer review thing, but it is a solid beer. Very good beer. Go ahead, though.
I got nothing to say after that product placement.
I had to support my
well.
KT Walkers. They went out of business due to COVID, but the brewery's still alive and kicking. Very proud of them for.
Andrew, you should go to this investigation then. You know a lot about it.
Andrew's a very knowledgeable man.
Fed the people to the pigs.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. I heard of that one.
Hopefully they were dead by then.
Yeah, she was pretty fucked up. Like, no doubt she was batshit crazy.
Hey, John. No, they're still hanging on. I'm just along for the ride.
John's a good friend of mine. He's from where I grew up. Hey, Johnny.
Hi, John.
Hi, John.
I'm Joe, for those of you that don't
know. Andrew, if you're not doing anything Thursday, we should get together. Maybe you should do a live stream with me soon. Talk about all this kind of shit.
Did he used to do investigations?
He's been to, it's from what I know. Yeah, I'll just explain this. So we were doing a video at Primrose Road. It was me, Drew, Amy, and my ex-girlfriend at the time. And we went to Primrose Road. It was me and my girlfriend. We got there early. Drew and, was late as usual with Amy. And so we pulled up there on Primrose Road, and we were sitting there for it was probably like a freaking almost hour till Drew got there and Amy. And this car like went down Primrose Road, and then it turned around and came this way. And we were parked on the right side of the road, and this other car was parked on the left side, and they like just sat there for a good like 20 plus minutes, 25 minutes, maybe 30. And I was like telling my girlfriend at the time, I was like, okay, this is not weirding you out, right? Like they're like just sitting here, like what? Who is this? Like why? And I was starting to get paranoid. I'm not gonna lie. And then I remember messaging Drew. I was like, guys, you got to get here. There's this like weird ass car sitting here, right? I'm starting to get freaked out. And he's like, oh, don't worry, we'll be there soon. You know, Drew taking his time. We could have been like hacked up for all we know. Anyways, long story short, I remember filming a thing. I was like, all right, we're here at Primrose Road, and there's a sketchy ass car. I never added that in the video, but anyways, it was Andrew and I think his girlfriend, and I guess they saw one of Drew's posts on his social medias or YouTube or whatever that we were doing an investigation that night at Primrose Road, and so when they got there, they're like, "Oh yeah, we know these people. This is Andrew." And I was like, "Dude, I was about like." Literally like super scared for this one.
Yeah, I'd be scared.
So that was kind of a funny story how I met Andrew, and then he did the interview at the investigation. And it was
the police officer,
fun.
Right?
He does. Well, yeah. You can. I'm sure you'll.
I saw that video. I saw that video. That was a good interview.
So yeah, that's my little story about meeting Andrew.
And Christy just took all the blame for it. She said she had him do that just to mess with you.
Wait, is Christy Andrew's girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay, why didn't I know this the entire time? No one freaking told me this.
Well, I figured since you remembered meeting Andrew, you remember me calling her Christy and everything while out there at Primrose Road.
You know, it's been a minute. I didn't know. Until you just told me this, I didn't know this whole time that was his girlfriend. Okay. Now it all makes sense. It all comes together. By the way, Andrew, if you still want to do that firework video thing, I can still do that. But we need to get together. Like I said, Thursday, if you're not doing anything after I get off work, we can do something. But you can message me about that. But yeah, that's funny. That's really funny. It all came together now. So, any other shit you need to blab about, Drew? We know Drew loves to blab about and go on and on.
Drew, I've been doing so much for the last half hour.
Drew, I want to know like the top place, like bucket list place that you would want to go to do an investigation.
I was going to say
place. The top bucket list place that I would love to go to do an investigation.
Yeah, anywhere in the world.
I would have to say, if I could go anywhere in the world to do an investigation, I would want to go to Scotland.
Why Scotland?
Well, because people look at history in America as being so great. It's only been here for 300 years, y'all.
Right.
Europeans have only been here for 300 years. There are still buildings being lived in the UK, Scotland, Ireland, England that are 2,000 years old. There are still Roman ruins that were built 2,500 years ago that are still standing. When the Romans made it all the way up to Scotland and built Hadrian's Wall, when Emperor Hadrian decided, we got to keep them crazy mofos on that side of the wall, keep the civilized people on this side. Yeah, Andrew, if I had my choice, I would either want to go to Edinburgh Castle or Stirling Castle. Yep. Andrew and I are both descended from Highlanders. My family, my clan still owns Islandonnan Castle in northwest Scotland. But there are castles scattered all over Scotland where fighting took place, where hundreds, sometimes thousands of men were laid rotting in the sun. The bagpipes started playing when we met. Yeah, exactly. By the way, I have to get mine back out and try to get the reed fixed in it so I can start playing them again.
We need to get Andrew to come
but
with one of the investigations again, by the way. At least
that's what I said
introduce
earlier. I would love to get Andrew and Christy both back out to an investigation, because even before they became a couple, they made an amazing team together. They're both sensitive, or they're both sensitives. They're both very intelligent. They're both gifted, and when I've missed having them on investigations, because they've just got this natural investigative thing about them, and it's been a rough year not having Christy and not being in contact and do not see him. That's why I was so shocked when they showed up at Primrose Road. It was like, yay!
See, I didn't know they came with the investigations. I know Andrew told me that Morris Chapel before, but that was the only one I think I've watched with them in it.
Well, and if you watch the Three Oaks Masonic Lodge video, that's Andrew. That is our contact there. That's on the Our Investigation playlist. It's also on the Living Histories Mysteries playlist on the new Living Histories Mysteries. Christy went on several with us. Christy went to Gettysburg with us. Sadly enough, Christy is super, super sensitive. And I think a lot of things kind of got to her while she was there. She didn't actually go out on any of the nighttime investigations with Mark and I. I don't think she'll admit it, because she's like a really tough girl, and she will kick your butt. And I'll probably get my butt kicked later for this, but I think she was overwhelmed by everything that she was feeling. I mean, I really, really do. I was looking very forward to having her out on the battlefields and stuff at night. And number one, it was chilly because it was the last weekend of October last year. But I mean, I'm not sensitive, and I was overwhelmed. I can't imagine what it's like for someone who is a sensitive in a place like that, where at one point in time, it was wall-to-wall body parts. 55,000 people died in a 3-day period. So I can't imagine. And I mean, Mark and I were getting all kinds of responses on the voice box and the different equipment. So I can't imagine. I can't imagine what it was like for her. And then go figure, we stopped on the way home, we stopped at the Flight 93 memorial. I thought Christy's safe, she's finally going to be okay. Then we stopped at the Flight 93 memorial before we left Pennsylvania, and there it was, death all over again. It's like, oh, okay. And then she slept for mostly back home. So
yeah, bring these guys back.
I got
again, like Make America.
I would love to. I mean,
back again.
I would gladly hold a gun on them and make them come to an investigation, but that probably wouldn't be the wisest thing to do, because Andrew's gun's bigger.
At this point, Andrew, I know you know what I'm talking about. There's that spot you're talking about like a demonic presence or spirit at this well or something. It's cold and everything now, but at this point, I'm dying to do another video. I think Drew is too. We've been dying to do another video, and I have another video in the vault right now. It wasn't as great as I thought it was, but. If enough people want to see it, I will release it. It was at Clement Cemetery in Urbana, Illinois. I have it in the vault for right now, but I'm still dying to do another video investigation. So we're trying to work this out. Drew and Mark and everyone, Danny, all the new guys. So, I think we're just sitting here kind of like putting our hands together like, oh man, when is this coming? When is the next investigation coming? But, it'll happen. It's definitely going to happen. Drew and Mark are great guys. Mark does amazing research, and I don't think I'd be where I'm at if I didn't meet Drew. So, I got to give all the credit to Drew and stuff like that. So, and I really appreciate, all the time I spent so far with these guys. And it's been a journey, and it's only going to go up from here. And like I said, Drew with his new channel and them fucking him over from his old channel, that doesn't mean shit, Like he said, it's only going to be bigger and better from this point on. So I'm looking forward to the future and this winter and into the next year, because there's so many locations we're going to hit next year. Like, it's going to be insane. And with Joe now, like, I got Joe as a new cameraman, and he does like a lot of the research as far as like places and stuff like that. I think this team is going to work together like it's just be like peas and carrots, like Forrest Gump. It's just going to be like it's just going to shoot up like a rocket, just like Andrew over here with his fireworks. It's going to be. Sorry, I just had to like go off there for a second. But I have high hopes for this group and everyone involved. So I'm looking forward to all this.
Likewise.
Oh yeah, it's going to be fun. There's no ifs, ands, or buts to it. You and me and Danny and Mark and Joe, we all work so good together. We actually. One thing that I do want to do in the upcoming year is I want to set up multiple cameras and actually have all of us conducting an investigation, and then put it all into one video and put that video on multiple channels. Have the same video on your channel that's on my channel. And, actually, one of the big things that I'm trying to get through to people's heads now is the fact that the whole reason what happened to my channel, and I know this beyond a shadow of a doubt, is paranormal investigating is a cutthroat thing. People don't realize how cutthroat it is. Ghost hunters and ghost adventures and ghost seekers and all these guys, they don't go out to share the information they find. They go out to cut each other's throat. No one's interested in, you're never going to hear a person from one channel say, hey, so-and-so from the other channel found irreparable proof that the afterlife truly exists, and we're so proud to be friends with them. It's cutthroat. Nobody wants to share the credit of finding the proof of the afterlife. People want to claim the credit of finding it. And we've been doing some damn good investigations here of late. And all of a sudden, 3 copyright strikes, and my channel's being taken down. Which, by the way, for those of you who wasn't in here at the beginning of the live stream, the Old Living Histories and Mysteries is going down Friday morning. It's being taken off YouTube. Yesterday, I started building Midwest Parahistoric Society on the same email address, and then found out today all channels connected to that email address could be taken down. So all day today, I built a brand new Living Histories Mysteries on a separate email address and got it all set up. So it is ready for subscribers now to start coming over, and hopefully we get 10,000 of them and we become one of the most popular groups on YouTube. So,
no doubt.
Drew, I agree. It's pretty messed up that the competitions like that like intense. You know, if anything, like if I saw someone that did a better investigation, I wouldn't report them. I would ask them like, let's collaborate, you know. But
People are
that's
shit.
me. Yeah, some people are shit. What do you got there?
Yeah, we'll let Danny speak for a second. Now Danny's in here.
Yeah, how's it going, Danny?
Good. How you guys doing? Are you
Good.
picking up anything on that meter? You know, that's a man-on-man butt love meter.
We're picking up that
I
Drew's
can
an
tell
old man.
that. What the
looks like it's
cool
going
arms are for.
To speak to what Drew was talking about, I wish I'd met you guys, you know, like a year ago or a couple of years ago, because I could speak volumes on that, you know, that topic alone about being a little cutthroat. And I don't know if I'd use the term cutthroat. There's a jealousy factor an immaturity factor that woke me up in a hurry. So when we started in 2006, 7, me and a buddy as the Paranormals, 2008, we became Southern Michigan Paranormals because I tried to merge with another group of people that I'd met. That didn't work out because I found out just how messed up some of the people in the community are. Then the haters came, and I mean, they came out of the woodwork. So the minute they saw us doing things like, you know, this group currently is doing, or things that you guys have been doing, you had people out there putting up nasty comments on our YouTube stuff, some other things. So I would cancel it out. And I was still using MySpace. That's how long ago when we started out, you know, before Facebook became a thing. So it got stupid. It got really stupid. And I realized, you know, as a guy who was in his late 30s going into his, you know, mid 40s and as this progressed, that there's a lot of people out here. It's like high school, man. It was just like high school. It's like people are jealous of something you have or something you're doing. You might have better content or something out there, which never bothered me. I was inspired by seeing people who were already starting to put up, you know, certain things or writing books. And I even got interested in doing podcasting around 2008 on Blog Talk, grandfathered in on Blog Talk Radio. And once I started talking to these people and I met some of them face to face, wow, eye opener. And people would go out and befriend you and then get a hold of one of your places that you're doing. You might be working with somebody on a regular basis, you know, a property or a client. They would backstab you, get that, take it from you, then put it in their book, and then you'd be out on the short end of the shit stick. So that never happened to me because I'm too much of a big mouth and a guy that was speaking very openly about that and made a lot of enemies because I was very open about that. But you guys are right. They're still out there. I could name some names and they're still out there doing the same crap. And it's sad because Drew and I talked about this off air one time that there's no trade secrets to what we're doing. Everybody's using the same equipment, same processes. We know what's going on out here. Everybody's going to that same stop sign at the end of the street, but yet everybody's got to be the first to do it. And I find that so ridiculous. I admit to myself and to anybody watching and you guys that I've gone through that where I wanted to be the first group that did this place or that place, and that's cool. But I didn't hold it up in such a way to where I felt that I was better or knew more. I was still learning as I did that stuff. And I didn't create any kind of territory outside of what the haters say. It wasn't for me to create. You know, these people allow us into these places. Who are we to say who can come in and who can't? So all of that's combined into where I'm going with this is that there is that negative aspect, folks, that's out there, and it's sad. It doesn't need to be there. And when a lot of us speak up and we call this out, which I think a lot of us should, it's that thing where if we allow it to continue to happen without saying anything about it, and that's without starting a bunch of fires, because I used to be great at that. You see me smile. I used to be great at starting fires, man. And my wife would sit back and go, "What are you doing now?" Same with my vice president, Deb. But you have to speak out and you have to stand up for yourself, and protecting your content is important. I'm sorry that's happened to Drew. And if it happens to any of you guys that, you know, I've been through it. I had people report some of my stuff and it was just the same two people. And they try to hide, they try to pretend to hide that they're not doing this stuff. And we would catch them anyway. But there's a lot of good too. I want to speak on that just for a moment. I didn't mean to come in and take over the show. There's a lot of good. There's
Oh,
people like you
please.
guys. There's people like you. There's people like, me, and I think there's others that I've worked with, like Rusty in Central Michigan. We're not about that. We're not about this drama bullshit. Excuse my French.
Go
We're
ahead.
just not about it. And we like to share locations. We like to work together. We want to learn processes from each other. It's fun to go out with one another and see how other groups operate or do things. MyPro, which I think they're trying to restart. I know my friend Carl passed away, but Carl started because he came to one of my paranormal conferences at the State Theater in Kalamazoo. And he went off and they did their own process and they invited me along, and I saw that they operated a little different than what we do, but that's okay. We don't all have it right. We don't all have it wrong. I mean, it's a process of learning of what the trick is that's going to get us evidence, what's going to help us get these clues, how we ask questions, how we use the equipment. The biggest thing I struggled with in fighting still with some of these people out there as far away as New York, I mean, saying dumb shit to me. It's just like, listen, man, my group's been around longer. It doesn't mean I'm better than you. But when you attack me and you come after me and say, how dare you say this or say something to a client, it's like, well, let's go reread that. First of all, because what I know about the paranormal is I don't know. What I know I've captured, I present to people to look at. But Drew and Joe and Tommy, these people, a lot of them are just freaking haters, man. And we got to be united. I still try to promote para unity. We may never have that ultimate thing of unity, but you can meet still a lot of good people and groups out there like you guys. And I mean that from my bottom of my heart, that you're willing to bring somebody in or you're willing to work with each other and get along. You don't have to be the first to find 100% proof. Like Drew said, if somebody tomorrow came up with something and it's irrefutable, and we're like, holy shit, that's a video from the other side. You see Jesus talking to people and, you come back and this guy caught it. I'd be like, damn, dude, that's freaking awesome.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, I wish it had been me, but cool. You just opened up a door for the rest of us. So,
Danny, Drew, and Tommy, like, how does anyone really get to like millions of subscribers if there's always a couple of haters? Like, is there a certain point where it's like they need to have more people reporting it or what?
The one thing I'll let Danny go first.
Well, it's weird you asked that, Joe, because I was pondering that today because I saw this new thing pop up on my Facebook, Paraview thing, and everybody's doing kind of what you guys are doing and what I used to do and some other different things. And what I'm finding is it's a niche. It's just like television. You guys got to have this niche of what you're doing. It's got to be just that little bit of edginess with a little bit of entertainment, and it's got to put something out there. Now, what I see with a lot of what these people do, and I see you guys doing it too, which I still love that though. The entertainment value has to be there in order to grab people's attention, because if you don't have their attention to look at your product, then they're not going to view, they're not going to subscribe. And it's not that you have to have the best stuff. A lot of the times, because you doing the filmmaking and the editing you guys are doing is just phenomenal. That's your niche.
Not even like content wise, but like said 3 strikes, like 3 people report you and then like your channel's done. But like if you have millions of subscribers, like,
well, it's being careful. It's being careful because like Louder with Crowder, which is the guy I listen to, he's been fighting YouTube for the longest time, Facebook too. Now, regardless of his content, the fact is they say, well, this is a free open medium, but you know what? Everybody can attack you and everybody can bully you. And there have been people who've been bullied to go kill themselves over these formats, and they do nothing to stop it. And so the thing is, always be sure of your content, like anything that you guys are producing, like your own photos and all that stuff. Watermark it if you can. But a lot of what Drew, people were, I don't want to use bad language here, but a lot of things that people were screwing with Drew. Well, a lot of people fucking with Drew is they're fucking with him on these things that don't really matter in a hill of fucking beans. And somebody doesn't like him. So they want to say, well, he's using pictures from that he took off Google and somebody has ownership of that, or they put it up. And again, when you have public domain that is Google and the internet, I find some of that stuff ridiculous. But I don't know if I'm answering your question, but Joe, I mean, the biggest thing is just be sure your content, use your own stuff, and control your own media. And that's what I did. That's why we were successful. And I'm like that now. I won't use other things if I can't take pictures of something myself. If I do, I try to find free sites that are noted as free sites. And if you use images, you're okay. But it's a weird dichotomy because they still have to fill out a thing and prove that you've used certain stuff. Now, if there was copyrighted material on Drew's stuff, okay. But was he harming anybody? Did anybody notice before? How long has it been up? So we know some asshole, I'm going to call it that, some asshole went out there and wanted to screw with him. That's all it is. That's all it is. But you guys do all your own stuff. So unless there's a guideline that you're really offending somebody on, which I don't think there would be, there shouldn't be too much of an issue because they still have to prove, the copyright violation, using music you shouldn't use, stuff like that. And I've had a couple of videos where I went to go watch my thing and my music's off there. And I'm like, and I actually had to fight YouTube for almost a month because it was my music. It was my band that made the music. And they were saying you use somebody else's content. I'm like, yeah, that would be us. That would be my band. Why are you taking my music off of here? One of them weird.
I always wondered how you did that. Like, how do you contact YouTube to know like the rights that you have the rights to like a song or anything like that?
Back in the day before COVID and the great big layoff, it was real easy because people answered the phones and stuff. Now it's all ran by computer.
Yeah.
So like I said, when I get a hold of YouTube and say, hey, this person's doing this, or this person done this, or that's not right, or I'm not making the right amount of money, it's there is no phone to call. When you call Google, they say call YouTube. There is no number that doesn't give you a runaround for YouTube now. So when you email them, you get an automated email message back saying, go on you need to log on to our community forum and ask the right question to get the response that you're looking for. And see, now when somebody wants to copyright strike you, when somebody wants to issue a takedown order. See, if I take your stuff, Tommy, and it's copywritten, then you can get a hold of YouTube. You can say, I need to issue a takedown order. Well, that takedown order, it's easy to email them and ask for a takedown order. It's not easy to email them. You can't email them and ask for an appeal. When you email them and ask for an appeal, they direct you to the community forum to find out what your options are. Your options are to either accept it, or you can provide irreparable proof, or you can file a complaint. But if you file a complaint and they're not satisfied with that complaint, then the person who filed the takedown order gets all of your personal information so they can put a lawsuit against you for theft.
Yeah, which it's rare, but it happens. It happens. Here's the thing I did, guys, as far as music goes, and you being filmmaker, Joe, and all of us are, but what I do with my podcast and also anything I'm going to produce here on in for YouTube, which I'm working on some stuff, even our Ghostbuster stuff, we're going to do a fan film. I bought a music license, which is affordable. Okay. The cheapy $160 deal. I'm covered. So anything I play, I'm covered. I pay for that right to use any licensed music that's out there. It's affordable. If we all were to chip in, or you guys want to get together, buy one, that saves you that immediately. Also, being on unrestricted radio, my friend, I partner with her on that, which is radio format here. She owns one too. So I can play anything I want. And I do. I play anything I want and anything I do. Now, what I had to do years ago on YouTube, I played a song called I Like Big Tits by Joe Walsh. And somebody came after me and said, well, we've heard this on your Blog Talk show. Now that you're bringing your audio version of the show over here to YouTube, because it would show like a den with a smoking cigar and a glass of whiskey, and I would play the audio with that just looped because you were on the Big Dog show. And I wrote Joe Walsh. I got a hold of him because he was attainable through MySpace, and Facebook just started, and it was him. And he gave me written permission. He sent it over to me on my email. I copied it. I also copied it off of there and sent that to them and said, here, I got irrefutable proof that I've got permission to play this song. And Joe thought it was the greatest thing in the world. He just thought, oh, that's a kick. You know, you're using this to do what? And I said, I take a break in the show and I tell the women who listen to me at home, which my major audience was stay-at-home moms and women working in secretary jobs or wherever, where they could, you know, put their headphones in. The boss didn't know they were listening to me. I tell them to get the girls out, get up on their desk, probably not in front of their employer, or find a supply closet, take them out, dance the girls around to I Like Big Tits. And dude, there was hell to pay if I didn't play that song. Those girls would email the shit out of me. I'm like, how can you play the song today? But Joe thought that was the greatest thing in the world because, you know, he likes big tits. So that in retrospect, by sharing that story, is something you guys should look at too. And I got places that I go and pull free music all the time. I still use a lot of free music for doing like themes for my, you know, my podcast shows. We had one that we wrote, but I don't want to use it anymore because we got to refine it. But at least that part, as far as photographs go, just, you know, like what Drew's saying, you just have to be careful now. And everybody wants to claim they got a right to images, like you said, that are over 100, 200 years old, which is so much horse shit. Because if you could go down to the library and make your own copies of that photo, and they're not going to sue you. They're not going to have it pulled down because but there'd be somebody who's like, well, I have that photo and I own that on my site. Well, they can identify that. But again, you got to be careful about what you're doing with your content. And there's ways to win this war. You just got to be very, very diligent and very careful about what you guys do. But everything I've seen you guys produce, I wouldn't report anything. And again, it's got to be some asshole. They ain't got nothing else in their life going because they do that to my Ghostbusters shit too. It's like they just sit and wait. They just sit and wait for me to post something or put something up, and they're on me like my ass is on fire. And they got the only cup of water in 10 miles, you know, and they jump on my stuff. And then here I am in a verbal sparring match with them, you know. But
so as far as music goes, like you don't have to like contact the artists anymore, like.
I mean, you can, but it's almost difficult because there's a lot of fan groups and like their agents who run these. And good luck, you know, good luck trying to get in touch with them. My thing is look up your music license and find the most affordable one if you want to use that for production. Or there's great sites out there. As I said, I have friends who do movie production and they go to the same ones and you pay a membership, but these people produce this. And as long as you give them a note, like in your credits, that music provided by such and such and such and such, you're covered. You're absolutely covered. And the same could be said by how some of these Ghostbuster fan films are using Ray Parker Jr.'s, you know, music. And then I tried it one time and they got all up my ass and took the music off of my little short that I did. And then, so what I did is I turned around. Here's the trick. Anybody watching? So I turned around and I downloaded that. And then when I was able to rename the file, I called it something else. I called it Dan's Ghost Theme. And so when I use it to get on that video, when their automatic system goes through there, they don't recognize that because it says Dan's Ghost Theme. And you can beat the system. I'm not telling everybody to go out and do this. I'm just saying that I have changed file names in order to be able to play that stuff on content. And they, like, you know, playing Rob Zombie's Brick in the Wall, that video is still up and going strong. Nobody's ever pulled it down. And I changed the name of it and put the file onto the video and uploaded the video, and off we went. So,
believe it or not,
all you gotta do is
change that video, Dan. When I did that video here about a week or so ago, after we've done the premiere together, I just at the part where I started talking about your group, all I had was that wow, wow, boom, boom, boom. Just the beginning of Ghostbuster.
Yep.
They copywrote me on that. And it didn't even get to the drum portion of it. They copywrote me for that 7 seconds of song at the beginning of it. And it's like, but it's really funny that they'll copyright you for 1 second of music, but by copyright law, you're allowed to play 10 seconds of a movie.
Yep. Yeah.
But if there's music in that movie that's copyrighted, you get hit.
Yeah, I see a lot of these people. I watch reaction videos, and the same thing. They'll have to cut out certain parts of the movie or the music because, they get violated, and then their things put in jail, for some certain amount of time.
Well,
it's a weird thing.
Now,
it's a really weird thing.
The trick to that is that I've noticed this on a lot of the movie review channels that I watch. They're not copyright channels. They don't have any advertising. Or they're not covered.
They're not
monetized.
Yeah.
They go strictly on the views. Like when I did my Soiled Doves video last year. I had all Google photos in my Soiled Doves video. And it showed, I think there's three pictures of girls naked that were taken in the 1870s, 1880s. They refused to monetize that, but that video got 86,000 views.
Yeah.
Well, you know what sells though? 1800s naked lady pictures.
Yep.
That's what sells.
Classic porn. Yeah, you betcha. the funny part is that monetization thing is a trick, and like I said, like Steven Crowder, God forbid you doing anything against their message, which is supposed to be freedom of speech type of thing. Don't get me started on that. I'm not even going to go into that. So the whole other thing as far as the whole other thing is as far as this goes with your content, I've had to do that. I've had to rebrand and rebuild, just like you have. And I didn't pull everything down. I just I'll take some of the best I got. The other stuff I keep backup files of most anything I put up. I got two laptops, and I do that for a reason. I kept an older one to put all the stuff I've used to keep it over there. So if I ever need to go back and get it, I can pull it back over. But as far as deleting anything on, my current thing, I haven't touched that YouTube channel in the longest time. I just renamed it, thanks to Drew, to everything currently that I rebranded, because I just sat lazy on my ass and didn't decide to do any content. But you guys have gotten me kind of in the swing of wanting to do some content. And of course, with you guys, I got the okay, by the way. Good news. I'll share it here live for the Paw Paw Masonic Lodge. So I'm shooting for the 10th of December, okay? Which is a Friday. Does that work for everybody? Okay.
Might be rough on Mark, but
well, I mean, when's he off?
In 10 days, almost 10, 11 days.
Yeah.
Mark normally has Sundays and Mondays off, so his Sunday nights and his Saturday nights and his Sunday nights are free.
You guys all good for Sunday night? We can do a Sunday night. I just threw out.
Did the Glean one on Sunday night?
Yeah, my contact there, Brother Sage, just said, just tell me what night he wants to have. Of course, a couple of them might want to be there. But we'll,
can we interview them?
Yeah, I would imagine. There's a lot we can tell you and a lot we can't, but I mean, it's a historic building, but, I'll work with that. If you guys are okay with a Sunday, I'll change it to the 12th.
I could do that on a Sunday.
I'm
Sunday
fine.
Works. Can you tell us just a little bit about the place?
It's a Masonic Lodge in Paw Paw. I'm not sure of the date the building was put up. Again, I haven't done my research, which I should have. I just wanted to, because they, unlike us, they have a lot of the original things in their lodge. And we have been working on ours because our lodge is new. We put our lodge up in 1960. The original lodge is in town of Mattawan, but it's used as an antique store. But we don't have a history section, and I am the steward of the lodge, so I'm working on all that stuff. Where I'm going with this is there's history there, and the guys claim it's haunted. They're hearing and seeing things in there. They rent the downstairs part, as an open space. So it's an interesting building. It's one of the older buildings there in Paw Paw. So that's all I can tell you about it. But with
So-
most of the Masonic lodges, we hold our lodges and us being involved in this group, very, very close. So it only stands to reason that some of the guys are still hanging out or going back there. And
So
I might go to mine. I never know.
What is a Masonic lodge? Like, I don't even know what it is.
Well, the Masons, we all have lodge, which means that it's the building that we have a temple in. The Blue Lodge, we're very transparent. So a lot of the way we organize the lodge is according to King Solomon, and that's how far back we take Blue Lodge. Now, our headquarters would be out of Great Britain and England, and that's common knowledge. We base this on a time. A lot of it's set in allegory, where it's all symbolism. A lot of the things we do, secret things that we do, because we're not a secret society. We're just a society that has some secrets. And a lot of it's based on old time. And, back in the day when you were a Mason, you had certain religious beliefs. A lot of it based on, understanding there was probably a God, and that kind of thing. And going forward, we had to hold our meetings in secret as the Masons did, these workers who were building King Solomon's temple and, pyramids and everything else that goes along with it back in the day. Because if you were found that you were practicing your religion, they'd come in and murder you. They'd come in and kill you. And we don't want you guys getting religion. We don't want you, uprising against us and doing your thing or having free thought. So that's a lot of what the Freemasons are built on. Now, there's other things that have come into play, because what I always tell everybody very openly is that there are different sects of Masonry, and not all of them are true. We consider Blue Lodge to be the truest form. There's different Mason versions that are involved with a lot of weird things. We have our thing in mysticism, and I'm not going to hide from any of that stuff. As far as us being aliens and New World Order and having a hidden treasure thing, that's just, with the Blue Lodge, it's just not so. There's a lot of people from different walks of life who are Masons. We have the poorest of the poor to the richest of the rich, and we all treat each other on the level. Again, I'm giving you guys information that I'm free to share. We meet on the level, we treat each other with respect, but we do not take atheists. There's a reason for that. We're not a religion, but we insist that you understand that there's a higher power. Now, you could say God or Odin or Queen Latifah, whoever your God is, we want you to recognize, we need to understand that you recognize that you're this and there's something higher than you. And you aspire to be better, and you aspire to be a better man, a better husband, a better brother, and just a human being. And a lot of our charitable things that we're part of, outside of all these people that write these crazy freaking things about Masons, including people on TikTok, it's not devil worship. We do charity for really good reasons and for right reasons. And if any of that stuff was not above board, I personally would not be involved, period. And I was concerned about that when I first joined. I was very concerned. So anybody listening, watching, it's a very noble thing to belong to. It's not for everybody. Not everybody could be a Mason and be able to look at, other people and color, race, beliefs, be in there and get along with everybody. There's a lot of us who have very different political stances in my lodge. Sometimes those conversations happen, and we got to have one of us go, okay, we need to leave that outside the lodge, because it has nothing to do with what we're doing here. But they're into the paranormal, and we have a long history of mysticism and belief in spirituality and metaphysical means, because what really is metaphysical means, other than true nature and true science, true supernatural, which is not supernatural, it's super normal. It's just that we've turned it into supernatural.
Super normal.
Yeah, that's all it is. And so,
the
Drew's got some.
Paw
Here we go.
The Paw Paw Lodge number 25 was chartered January 11th, 1849 by the Grand Lodge of Michigan.
There you go.
It is part of District number 41. That is all the history I can find on the lodge right now. It is charter date and its district.
Yeah, and I'm not
Do
going
you
to
know-
introduce anybody to the Illuminati because I don't know them. So,
Do you know how long we have there? Like what time we could start and like how long we have to
I kind of gave him a base of like 9 to 2. If we wanted to do overnight, I'm sure we could stay overnight too. Like I said, these guys are pretty.
Sunday night would probably not work for an overnight, but
Yeah. Oh, I've done places like that
Well-
overnight. I just.
well, I'm saying
Well,
if you
some
did
people,
it work the next day, but
some people have jobs.
if you
I
did it
don't-
Friday night, I could do an overnight.
Yeah. Well, that's what I meant. We don't have to just do it one time. You know, I'm always open to going to places several different times, different days.
Oh, yeah.
You know, different days and that kind of thing. Not always at nighttime, which again, you guys got, you know, some of you guys work and whatnot.
Drew's
That's
an old
the
man.
thing I tried early on with my group is telling people that we don't always have to do this stuff in the dark. That's just a kind of a thing we do because the world's a little quieter, things are a little slower, and plus some of the equipment we use, we're able to catch more at night. But honestly, I've had stuff happen middle of the day, first thing in the morning. We did Harvey's on the Mall in 2009, and looking to make a return there, hopefully with my group. And it's haunted, and we couldn't get in there till they closed the bar Sunday night at 3 a.m. So we were there from 3 a.m. till Monday 12 noon. A lot of people took work off so we could be in there, and they weren't going to come in till 3 to clean. So we captured stuff, you know, that middle of the day type of thing, morning and afternoon. So I got off track about what we were talking about. I'm all over the damn place, man. I apologize.
No, I'm looking forward to this. I mean, we were literally just talking before you came on, and like places we're hoping to go to, and when the next investigation will be. And I mean, it was looking like it was going to be the Wounded Minnow, but if you got this planned on the 10th of December, you know, we might have better luck with that one.
I'd say the 10th, 11th, or 12th. You guys tell me which works better, and I'll shoot for that. And it's common knowledge, but you know, you people listening and watching, you can't show up and you can't come in. So sorry.
It's exclusive.
Sorry,
cool people.
It's exclusive to the group. Yeah. And I'll probably have.
And
I'm going to have a couple of my guys with us too, so you guys can meet some of my guys.
I'm down.
I know there's only like 4 people watching right now, but I will be advertising this on the new channel when I can actually start a community tab on. I think it's 100 subscribers or something. I can actually start a community tab on it. I am planning for next summer to do like a group investigation or a haunted tour investigation or something like that at certain cemeteries where observers can come out, folks who don't have YouTube channels or don't normally do paranormal, but just have an interest in it. And we may limit to 10 people, and you know, split the group up with like 5 people go with Tommy and Joe, or 3 people go with Tommy and Joe, 4 people go with Danny, 3 people come with me and Mark, and assist us on the investigation, be part of the video, stuff like that. That idea is still in the works. I know other groups that have done that before. Oh yeah?
Yeah, I got a place. We'll get together. We'll talk about it. We can have it all to ourselves, property, the building, everything. And we can have people there and do an event. Yep, absolutely.
I like this
one
idea.
place I would really like to go in Michigan is Jackson to the state reformatory. That is one place I would really like to go. I've heard a lot of really cool things about the old state prison.
It's a good Johnny Cash song.
Yeah, I was going to say Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
I want to remind you guys you, Drew, Joe, Tommy, and everybody listening, August 20th, this group, these guys, it's Midwest Parahistoric Society, along with Southern Michigan Paranormals and a few other paranormal groups, August 20th. Put it on your calendar right now, everybody, because this is the thing that's happening. August 20th, we're going to be at Ghostorama in Hartford, Michigan, okay? That means you're going to be able to come out and talk to these guys, look what they got to offer, give them some free money, whatever it is you want to do. And we're going to have paranormal groups, car show, Comic-Con people there. It's at the haunted location of the Van Buren County Poorhouse Museum. And it'll be on the grounds and also inside the house with tours. And we're going to be raising some money for Great Lakes Burn Camp for Children and also the museum, among a couple other charities that will be involved. But these guys will be there. And I want to make sure that they remembered, too, that August 20th, they need to keep their dockets open so they can be there. Definitely want Joe filming, for sure. Whoever, all of you. All of you film. Drew, you film too. Bring your cameras and whatnot, because I think it'd be an opportunity for us to do something special there. But hopefully you guys will be there. And I wanted to get with you, Joe, if I could at some point. Would you be interested? I know I'm asking you here on live on air. Would you be interested in working with me and some Ghostbusters on doing a Ghostbuster movie?
Potentially, yeah. We'll talk offline. But yeah, potentially. I would need.
I'm more of the video guy.
He does the editing and stuff. I was more.
I need actors and people to do videos. So if you guys all want to work with us on video, and you can all act in it too.
I'm definitely interested. Yeah.
Let's talk about that off air. But Paranormal, August 20th. I want all of you folks to be there, please, because it's for a good cause. Plus, you get to meet these great guys, and I'll try not to talk for 2 hours, to get to a story.
I want to say thanks for Jerry's in here from the Historical Society. I just want to say hi. If you want to say hi to him.
Hey, Jerry.
Thanks for dropping in.
I wanted to let everybody know. Earlier in this broadcast, Tommy had mentioned Amy and I attending DeadCon in Fort Wayne the second weekend of October this year. Next year, I am going to work with DeadCon about actually getting a booth for Living Histories, Mysteries, and the Midwest Parahistorical Society for the entire weekend. So that'll be a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Midwest's largest paranormal / horror convention right there at the convention center downtown Fort Wayne, Indiana. So that's in the works for 2022 also.
I got some
When did you
friends.
say that?
And we'll be there with paranormal investigators from probably Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunters, Ghost Seekers, all those guys, several paranormal television and horror movie stars, and other large paranormal groups from all over the country.
I think I know the gentleman that puts that on. What's his name? Do you remember his name?
I haven't met. I haven't met the gentleman that put it on. I have the guy who was he was the right? media contact. I believe so. Yeah.
I know who that is. Yep. We know some of the same people, and I'm sure I know half the paranormal people that are going to be down there. A lot of my peeps, friends are in Indiana with groups. Good folks. Like I said, I was supposed to be at the Hannah House meet and greet this year. I didn't go. But that's what Ghostorama is supposed to be, kind of like our meet and greet thing to do. But that's cool you're going there, man. If you get a booth, that's cool. I'm down for helping you out and traveling and doing your thing. All you got to do is ask. If I'm available, I'll come run it. Well, I'll come limping. I'm not running anywhere.
Yeah, don't come running. I'm not running anything.
Yeah, well Drew and I
may
said
just all have to go in together, get a hotel room, and
that could be.
Hey, man, that sounds interesting.
This could turn into trouble. Yeah, that can turn into a lot of trouble.
I think 2022 is going to be a great year. Honestly, I think
we'll be like 70s rock stars. Go in there and just tear the shit out of the place and leave.
Yep.
All you got to do is
leave little Ghostbuster stickers on them.
Yeah, shit all over everything. Tell them we got slimed.
But no, I think 2022 is going to be a great year. I think there's going to be so many great investigations, and now teaming up with Danny and all these possibilities of like different locations and spots and all the like. Danny, you just jumped in later, but Joe over here, I'm going to send it to you. Send us your email in the group chat. He made a spreadsheet. He has a spreadsheet of explain it to him.
It's just like investigation spots, like anything you find, just throw it on there on this list. There's investigations we've done, and then also just research links in general.
It's very professional. I loved what he did with it. I think everyone in this group needs to check it out. We already sent it to Drew. I think it's very well done.
Lord, I got 286 to go through, man. What are you doing to me? Hey, could you send me all that stuff? It'd take forever. I'll send you some good ones. I promise.
Okay, I mean, just like ones that you see and you're like, oh, that'd be a good one. Just throw it on.
Type it in there.
I would love for you guys, for us to. Well, I'll type it off here. I don't want to give some things away, but there's a couple of things up north in Muskegon I'd like us to all go to.
All right, Jerry. You take care.
Jerry.
Get some sleep, and thanks for stopping in.
It's my bedtime too.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to turn into a clumpkin myself.
Yeah, with all you guys, you getting old or what? I gotta be the oldest guy in the room. I know I am.
I've been up since 3 a.m. staring at
We've been going for 2 hours and 45 minutes now.
It's definitely the longest live stream I've ever done. So,
well, how old are you guys? How old are the two of you?
26.
26.
I have turned your age twice. Whatever. You guys are tired already?
Jesus, I'm not tired. He's the one that's a baby about it.
Jesus,
I just have work in the morning and everything.
He's got that beauty.
I'm exactly twice their age. So yeah, no, actually, I'm a year older than twice their age. Kids,
crazy. I know, kids.
And I've been sitting here in this chair for so long, my eyes have crossed and my ass has gone numb.
Stop sitting on your.
I've been literally sitting in this chair now for like 19 hours.
That's crazy. No, I appreciate you guys, still being on here and letting me come in. I was on another.
I was actually surprised that you came in. I was like, I didn't know he was going to come on in.
I saw you still on, so I shot over. I did another podcast with some friends talking about the aftermath review. So weird.
Yeah, do a shout out to their podcast.
Yeah, they sent me info. I've never listened to it before, which is sad, but yeah, they got a thing going on for quite a while. If I find it, I'll send things over and whatever. But
we all need to do like a full, actually get everyone in here. Mark, we need to get everyone in here and actually do a full ass live stream or podcast all together. Finally,
I think a live stream investigation is where it's at too, because that brings in tons of viewers. Then they get hooked, and then there's your audience, and your numbers go up. So
that's a great idea.
Yeah, anytime I do any of these live streams from Henderson Castle, doing a tour, and then people come over, and then they start following all my Facebook stuff. So it's a niche. So I think maybe if we do one here soon, maybe even that pop-out thing, we can go live. I'm sure they got internet there. Don't at my lodge because they're too cheap to put it in. But just saying, if anybody in my lodge is watching, I know how much money we have. So, we could probably do that too. But I'm going to jump off here and go grab some dinner, spend some time with the wife. And thank you for the kind words about Luke, Mark, or Drew. I appreciate that very much. Had to put my dog down yesterday, so not a good day. And as they're doing it, here's the weird part, guys. So tell me this isn't weird. So they give us the news. We kind of knew, Eve went in to be with them. She's the one that got the dog. And I said my goodbyes on Thanksgiving because I kind of knew, we were going to have one last Thanksgiving with them. And I'm sitting in the car, kind of emotional. Go to leave, and my car dies.
That's very strange.
Yeah, electrical just says, "Hey, something service pack," in my car, nothing. I'm just like, okay. So it's in the shop.
Well, I didn't know that your dog died, but our dog in our family, we had to put him down like 2 days ago too, which is very funny. Well, not funny, but
it's sad. He was a good dog. Like I said, I didn't think I would be as emotional as I was about him, but we thought we heard him last night, which is weird. We both heard it. And then today I turned around rather quickly and I thought I saw the back end of his tail and his back quarter go past behind me. I was getting my coffee in the morning and I was trying to catch morning and chat, and I got up too damn late. But yeah, I thought I saw him already a couple times. And our other dog has been acting kind of weird, and she'll sit and stare at the door that he used to go back and forth at. So I'm not sure if we're going to see him or not, but it's all cool. I appreciated the kind words. Like I said, the it was a downer, and then the car going down is what I'm worried about too. Cause it's like, man, come on. Every Christmas we've had one of our cars go down, and I'm thinking, God, I love you. But, the comedy show with Dan is over. I don't want any more car problems. My God. It's crazy.
Well, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. And I didn't expect you to come on.
Yeah,
but
most definitely.
It was really cool to have you either way.
Good.
And I'm really
glad you did, because I was getting hoarse.
Yeah, Drew talks too much. We need someone else to like talk over him sometimes.
Where exactly were you getting hoarse? Might be a good thing. Man, yeah. I don't eat carrots because my eyesight's bad. I'm just saying. What's the other bad?
I don't
joke
mind
here?
a sugar cube on occasion.
I'll get off here. I thought you were going to say sugar tits. I was going to laugh my ass off. I like sugar tits once in a while too. The last joke I always had was I don't buy tube socks because they have pretty stripes on them. Okay, on that note, I'm jumping off here. You guys have a good night.
Yeah, you too, man. Take it easy.
You too,
much
Danny.
love, guys. Be safe.
Much love, bud. We'll see you.
Have a good one, Danny.
And now we're stuck with Drew.
That's super cool that Jerry joined.
No, Drew is going to go to bed. Drew is tired.
Yeah, I know you're an old man. We get it.
I'm
hoping I have to spend another 19 hours in this chair tomorrow fielding folks moving to the new channel. So, that's what I'm hoping.
Well, I guess with the last remark, Drew, shout out your new channel, and we'll end this this thing. Well, I guess you put it in the chat, but for those who's watching,
for those who didn't know, we did have Living Histories Mysteries due to circumstances way beyond our control. We received copyright strikes on it. I tried to set up a new channel, Midwest Parahistoric Society, but it was on the same email. I found out early this morning that all channels connected to that website will probably, or that email will probably be taken down on Friday. So today I spent the entire day building a brand new Living Histories Mysteries, and that is actually an active channel now. Now understand there are still 2 Living Histories Mysteries on YouTube. One of them has a picture of Mark and I together as the thumbnail picture. The other one is just a picture of a raven. It's a white outline of a raven on a black field. That one is the new one. Do not subscribe to the one that has 4,000 subscribers. Subscribe to the one who has very, very low or no subscriber numbers as of yet.
Yeah, so subscribe to his new channel. He's been through so much bullshit, so this guy needs what he can get, and we're trying to grow this group up. This was Joe, my cameraman, a part of Tommy Amongst the Tombstones and the Midwest Parahistoric Society, along with Drew. And this was what started off as a slow live stream and got interesting. And once again, thanks for Danny for showing up. And I want to say Jerry,
Definitely.
Matt from the Glen Historical Society for showing up along with this. And so catch Drew's new channel. Subscribe to his new channel, check him out. And, we're not stopping. This is only going up from here. And I'm looking forward to the future with this new investigation that Danny just told us about at that the lodge. And I guess we'll catch you guys on the flip-flop. So thanks for watching, who did, and we'll see you in time. Ciao.
Peace, guys.
Peace.